lean, figure save the head still spinning. She look 3-5 so nice, I'm grinning. The bitch so fine, oh my ridiculous. Vaseline for the paper chase. Music scene is my saving grace. Still spinning. I lost my mind, I'm fine, I'm living. You touch my bro, spill wine, you're tripping.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another video. It's a beautiful day today. Beautiful news coming out over the last 24 hours. Marina, Bruce Buck have been gone over the last 3 or 4 days. And since then, Lukaku's gone. And we're looking to get rid of the likes of Ziyech and Timo Werner. The clear out has started, people. And we're going to get straight into it in this stream. We're going to go talk about the Ligt and Werner situation, Sterling, Dembele, everything surrounding the last few days. So get into it. And guys, as always, check out Jerseys FC. Check out the Concrete Jungle Freestyle as well. And let's get straight into it. Big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. And yeah, let's get into it. Chris, and I know it's a sad day for you, man, but how is everything?
It's not a sad day. It's a great day. I'm all good. You know, chilling. Great, warm day, I would say. So yeah, it's all right. And if Timo goes, that's fine by me. He moves on. Players move on. I'm not a play FC.
Well, okay, cool, but we'll put that to the test. Scott, what are you telling me, my guy? It has been a while.
It has. I'm doing good. Glad Marina's left. Thank fuck for that. Glad Bruce Buck's left. Thank fuck for that. And I'm glad to see that actually Bowley seems to be like moving out the Deadwood quite quickly, and we're not doing our usual of hoarding talent for the sake of just, pennies. Look, the Lukaku deal, you look at it on principle, it's kind of a terrible deal, but for footballing reasons, we need him out. And it's the same thing with Alonso, same thing with Werner. Like on paper, the deals probably don't make much sense from a financial standpoint. From a football standpoint, it makes sense to just get them out because we don't need them at the club anymore.
Defo. Alex, what are you saying, my guy? You all good?
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm also happy Buck is left and kind of happy Marina left, so her name is not going to be dragged through the mud all those times. Stuff. Agree with something like we're getting cleared Deadwood and stuff, and to the point where the club is looking to actually clear out some Deadwood. That's happy. And I got a proposition for Scott. Today and today only, if you want to get rid of me and you had a bet before the July start, I will say, if you say okay, we'll how you say it, we'll cancel the bet before starts. That way nobody, since you and me don't get along. If you want it, just let me know, say yes or no, you want to how you say it, proceed with the bet or not right now.
Sorry, I missed like half that. I wasn't listening.
That kid's shit.
I was
I'm saying, if you in or not, I'm okay with canceling the bet between you and me right now, if you up to it, because you and me don't get along. I don't want to proceed. So that's the only thing that connects us. I just want it out. If you want.
Okay.
You out? You okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. There are no more bets, so
the bet is off.
The bet is off. Yeah.
I don't even remember what the bet was.
I don't.
It doesn't matter, but anyway.
Okay.
I'm sure they know.
It's all mad. And last but not least, it's the most peaceful one. Jesters, what are you saying, my guy?
I chose violence today. Yeah. So seems like somebody been fed inside information from the club. I won't say who that is, but he's damn accurate on people coming in and people going and how they're being used to bring in other people. I won't say who it is. Don't want to give him all those props, but he's got 2 thumbs. That's all you need to know.
2 thumbs?
2 thumbs.
Has 2 thumbs, pretty much.
This guy.
Okay. Okay, I was very confused on that, but fair enough. Right, we can go straight into the transfer news. Big up everyone that's locked in. We got over 150 of you in here, and only 33 likes, which isn't enough, guys. So please ramp that up. Let's get over 100 within the first 10 minutes. But big up everyone that's locked in. And as always, smash the like and subscribe. And into the big news. Matthias de Ligt, we already started talking about him yesterday. Chelsea are ready to offer 25 to 30 million and Timo Werner in the deal. Juve want more money, which is why we're still in negotiations over the deal. But Juve like Werner, Chelsea obviously like de Ligt. And the only issue is cash. There's a big gap between what Chelsea would like to offer and what Juve want. Juve probably wants a bit more cash as well as Werner. And I'm not necessarily too surprised by it, but it is
we'll
what it is.
Get him back on Jorginho. When we vote Jorginho, that's when we'll get him back.
Yeah,
When
so
what?
I think it'll be about 50 million euros plus Werner, and then they'll turn around and buy Jorginho from us. So you'll
Yep.
get some of that money back.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
then we'll turn
Jorginho
around
has
and
also been involved in the negotiations.
Yeah.
I think Simon Phillips said, I'm told Jorginho has been spoken about to go into the deal for de Ligt, either as well as Werner or instead of Werner. So it could be Jorginho, Werner, and the 30 million for de Ligt.
Wait,
I tell you what, I'd rather keep Timo Werner than Jorginho. But that's just me.
Oh,
we have to give him 30 million with two players.
know.
I feel that's a bit crazy
Why?
because
We want them both
Jorginho's great.
out.
If Jorginho ain't going to re-sign, it is what it is. But
Yeah,
if
How
he
he
much?
is
got 1
Well,
year
well,
left.
I guess to me, Jorginho's worth about 30 million because he's on a year left, and Timo Werner's around 30 million for me as well. He's got a few years left.
I think Timo Werner. Still, I'm not convinced that
I'm not convinced on what.
I want Timo Werner out, but if possibility of right midfielder comes in, I think I don't know.
He could thrive. You're thinking he get a lot of chances.
I don't know. If
Trust me, I want to believe that too.
Tuchel does not want Werner at the club.
No. I know Tuchel does not want Werner. I know that. I've been watching him since the final of a Championship League, and I see frustration on Tuchel's face when he sees Timo Werner not finishing those.
Remember,
chances.
like the West Ham one where he missed a really good chance and his face dropped.
I need there is a slim chance what I saw Timo Werner can do based on the different midfielders. Do I want to hold on to that slim chance? Nah, at least he's not going to Liverpool because I think he's freaking gonna cook in Liverpool.
As mad as it sounds, I think his shooting actually improved from this season to last because I don't really see him miss a lot of chances compared to last season. Like
who, Werner?
Oh, you're really gonna defend the waste?
Yeah, he scored some good goals, even against Real
Okay.
Madrid. That's a great goal.
Yeah. The dude.
Okay,
the dude before
anything
he
else
had-
other than Real Madrid?
The dude
Yeah,
after
he's having
he-
good shots against
you know,
Southampton.
Sir,
Yeah,
Timo
he scored
Werner
a goal.
He scored against
He scored a
Juventus,
brace
he scored
against
against-
Southampton, but he hit the goal 3 times before that.
Sir,
Yeah,
Timo
there's good
Werner
shots.
is good comment. Good
No,
comment,
if
sir.
you
Yeah,
hit the woodwork,
oh,
it's
so-
not a good
so
shot. 'cause
Jester,
the
They
so
don't
shots
want
Jester.
go in the
they want
goal.
your guy.
So, Jester, when you hit like outside the box and hit the post, that's Timo Werner's bad, right? Bad shot, right?
No, I didn't. He was inside the box, number 1.
No, the first shot we hit the post was a post. Outside the box, the first shot. One of them, yeah, he hit the post and went to Kai Havertz for an open goal. Yeah, you could have maybe put it in, but I do agree with that one. Like, you should have put that one away.
Why, dude? You're defending somebody who couldn't hit water from a boat. You understand that?
I do understand that.
Chris is
Okay.
ride or die, and you know what? I have to respect.
I mean,
it to
you
a
could.
certain
Yeah,
extent.
it's respect. You're
Your
gonna go
boy's
down with the
gone.
ship.
The boy's gone, man.
I
Jump from the
know I'm
thinking
going
spot.
down with it when he leaves.
Where's Father?
Hiding.
Fata said he couldn't make it today.
Yeah, of course he
said
couldn't.
he's enjoying the sunshine. I think he's in
Yeah.
the comment section though. Did I see him? Yeah. I had 2 shots. I had shots and 2 pints of San Miguel, and he's drinking his sorrows away, which is understandable. Fata,
Hey,
don't
he's a
worry, man.
hero.
We're here for you. If you feel like you need to vent or you need some comfort, don't worry, man.
Where
I'll
is
throw
he?
you the link. He's outside drinking his sorrows away, which is understandable.
Nah, it happens.
But
You know?
What
What
is
are
what
the
it is.
sorrows?
Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Werner and cash should be enough? Would you rather less cash and put Jorginho in the deal? Would
Whatever
you rather
you gotta do.
Jorginho in cash? Let me know your
Whatever.
thoughts.
You send Werner out with plus cash for de Ligt. Enough. I'm thinking around 50 million euros, which is about, I think, roughly 45 million pounds around that area.
Mhm.
Okay. Then they come back and they go get Jorginho for 30 million pounds. which is what his valuation is
Yeah.
on transfer market. Boom, we got 30 million coming back. Then we go in and go get Adrian Rabiot for 15.
Christ,
And-
no.
Well,
I
Tuchel
wouldn't
likes
have
him.
Rabiot, but
Again,
like,
if
if
you
Tuchel
are,
wants him, then fair enough.
Tuchel wants him. He said he's
Well,
worked with him before.
He
and
would
wants
he
him.
will get him though. If
We are
Tuchel wants him.
trusting Tuchel FC right now, so I'm here
'Cause he's
for
only
it.
15 million, Jester. So I feel like if Tuchel really wants him, we're gonna get him, aren't we?
Well, it's a possibility. It
'Cause the
depends
Juventus
how
fan
many.
is not
It
really
depends
keen
how
to-
many midfielders leave this summer. If both Jorginho and Conte leave this summer, you could see Adrian Rabiot replacing one of the two.
He can even probably play like left wing back. He has played on the left
Yes,
for
he
Juventus. Yeah, he has played on the
Oh,
like We're having fun with Rabiot.
Comment, you triggered the comment section with them Rabiot comments. Simon
we're
Phillips
still
says
on the-
Rabiot's not happening. Let's have a
So,
look.
so just so I'm clear, we're still on this square pegs and round holes. Just play anybody at wing back because it will do.
No, but he
Yeah,
plays
no.
on the left, just not just Scott. He actually
Doesn't
plays on the
matter,
left.
bro. Just can we just go and get someone if we want to left?
We
wing
are
back?
going to get somebody, but
Cool.
we're going to go
Then-
get Borna Sosa.
They're cool. Then we don't need to talk about Rabiot being left wing back because I never want to see that in my damn life.
I don't think he'd
Well,
come
it's
in
not-
as
It's
Wing-
not
He
like
wouldn't
left
come in,
wing,
but
it's
he's
like left
extra
mid,
depth,
but like he'd be
just
on
in
the left
case you have
side.
injury.
Yes.
Like we did this year, and we'd be down to one person in that position.
He's mainly
I
a
mean-
central midfielder, but he does play on the left side.
If it makes you feel better, he's a Sal Niguez replacement. There you
That
go.
doesn't make me feel better. I'd rather replace Sal with Ampadu, to be completely honest with you.
Well,
Saul is not at Chelsea anymore.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I just said. He's a replacement, and it might
again,
not happen
I'd
depending
rather
on
you
who
have-
goes
How
out
old,
this summer.
how
All
old
this
is
is
Rabiot?
dependent.
How old is Rabiot?
I think that's-
27,
Yeah, he's
27,
like,
28, something like that.
And most
How
of this
old?
season, he's
How
been
old?
spent at left mid.
27
probably.
or 28.
Oh, okay. I was like 37.
He's in
I was
his
like, what the
prime.
fuck?
he's 27. Yeah, I thought he was.
And look, Tuchel most likely wants a left foot in the midfield because it's something you don't have. And what he's looking for is people who have a unique ability that nobody else in that position has. That's what keeps you on this team.
Yeah, can do.
And his unique ability is he's left-footed. We don't have a left-footed central midfielder, do we?
No, we just have left foot attackers really, like Lukaku, Kai Havertz.
Well, first of all, Lukaku's not here
Chilwell.
anymore.
Well, yeah, true.
I said central midfielders, and you started naming attackers.
no, but I said we're having like attack and left back.
But that doesn't solve you having a left foot in the central midfield. Sometimes it's valuable to have a left foot on the left side of central midfield.
Nemanja Matic vibes.
Yeah.
And again, he's not as bad as people think he is. He gets a bad rap
Cool.
because of everything that happened at PSG. But how many
yeah.
players don't want to resign for a club, and they get stick from the club? I mean,
What? He was at the Hull?
Yeah, I'm so confused. Fata says, I wasn't drinking for my sorrows. I was at the Ho. The
Who's the
limelights
Ho?
are always shining at night time right by the sea.
I'm
Big
not
up
as drunk.
Royal Navy for their services defending this country. Carry me back. You are so wasted, bro.
brother, I think you said you were doing a hoe. I was at the hoe. Doesn't make any sense.
We went from drinking to, I don't know, is that
Begging Ho.
a lyric from a poem or something? To bigging up the Royal Navy.
Defending this country.
Had to look after yourself today, please, bro.
Yeah, man.
Look
far as
after
I
yourself.
Somebody
remember,
put a
you
life
had to-
preserver on that brother. We don't want him
Yeah,
to
let
take
us
it in
know
the
where
sea.
you are, man, please, because I don't want you to do anything you regret. Werner may be leaving, but you don't have to leave us too.
Yeah, you don't have to end it all, man. Come back from the
Trust me,
sea.
I've been there. When you lose your favorite players, it is heartbreaking, but you
Fata's
can
sailing
get over
away.
it. You can get over it. Man. Don't
He's
worry,
sailing
it's
away
only a
from the
case of
country.
time. Yeah, but Fata, man, take care of yourself, man. Drinks for you, bro. Big up.
Man's gonna dog paddle home.
Yeah.
Man's gonna crawl home the way he's sounding. Fucking hell.
It's called
Good
elbow
Lord.
crawl. I've been there, done that.
I
It
will
is
say, I don't-
peak.
He must have been. He must have been on that tequila today.
Werner
know.
going, Lukaku
Yeah.
going. That'll mean two forwards coming in, which is likely gonna be
Ziyech
Sterling
going.
and Dembele. Oh yeah,
Ziyech
Ziyech.
is-
We're gonna get to Ziyech as well in
Yeah.
good time as
That's
well.
three
But
attackers
three-
gone.
3 attackers gone. Does that mean 3 attackers coming back in then?
No, I think you need.
Yes.
No, I think you would need. It depends what, because I think we need like 6, but I think we'll end up with 7 if we bring 2 in, depending on if anyone else leaves, obviously, of course. But I think that'll be enough. Plus, with the 5 subs, you've then got pretty much 2 for each position, plus 1 who can kind of float.
Do you
And
include defenders that we need?
Well, I'm counting Broja in the 3. 2 we're going to buy, and then 1
oh,
coming
okay,
back
yeah.
from
If
loan.
we're including Broja as part of the 3, then yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Broja, Sterling, and Dembele probably.
Yep. That's what I got.
Because like part of me would like to sign a striker, but we just don't have the we need to get other positions, and there are just no strikers that
So the six you said, does that include defenders?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what? As in 6 players we need to get? No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about 6 forwards. Players we need to get in. If I'm being real in terms of like what people say they want.
You saying 6 just forwards? That's how much we need to bring?
No, 6 forwards is what we need to have next season in the squad.
Okay.
In the squad.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm talking. So yes, you've got Cho, because I don't think he'll leave unless he goes to Brighton. Pulisic, Havertz, Broja, Dembele, Sterling, probably, and Mount is 7. But Mount can float in between depending on the system we play, midfield and attack. And also you've got a couple people who are a bit injury prone, so you've got backup for them as well. So 7's fine, to be honest. And it means that you can actually give people a run in the team and let people develop, where it's not just chop and change all the time. So even if one person has a bad game, you can try and see if it's just a bad game or if they're in bad form or whatever else.
7's too
Would
many.
anybody actually consider Broja as a part-time for Rice? Part money?
No, I don't want
Nope.
Rice.
So you tell Broja for
He's
like
the most
30 million.
overrated, overvalued player that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
he's
for 100
more
million.
overrated than Lukaku.
The thing with that whole thing as well, which kind of annoys me about it, is everyone that wants the youth to come in wants the youth to come through until it's, oh, we can get Rice with this player. Oh, we can put him as part of a deal. Where it's like, cool, we can do that with every player then. Why can't we do that with like Gallagher? Why can't we include him in a deal to get rid of him and get Rice in maybe? Because then it gives West Ham a midfielder back. Oh, but they don't want that because it's Gallagher and they see him being great and everything, and they see him as Mount 2.0 and all this shit. So yeah, I want to see Broja in this.
I don't want Broja to go.
I know you don't, but I'm just saying as like a general for all these people, like all the people who want all the youth to come through, and they're like, oh, why don't we give youth a chance and this, that, and
I
the
think
other.
Broja will do better forward than Lukaku did at Chelsea. So
You reckon?
yeah,
Wouldn't take much. But
It's not like it's-
freaking 8 goals in the Premier League. I think Broja can do
got
that.
6.
Broja had 6. I think he had 6 in
He
the Premier
did.
League.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He didn't score in 14 is the only thing. He didn't contribute in any way in 14, like a goal contribution. I mean, but he's young.
I'll allow it because I think that's his first season playing at the top level.
Yeah,
for a
Lukaku's
second
like
season. So a bit of
29.
burnout.
Plus,
to
he wasn't
understand.
It's his second,
automatic
yeah.
starter either. He scored those goals, most of them from the bench too.
No, he started a lot of
Yeah,
games.
this is
so he
what
has a lot of
this is
games.
what we
No,
like.
he started a lot of games. He scored some goals from the bench too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I
is
don't
what
know.
we said. Like he's not good enough. It's more just a case of I think we need to not put all the pressure on him and temper our expectations a little bit. And
That's
just let
why
him
Kai Havertz is still
Like
there.
he's gonna do decent, but we need to not expect him to score 20 league goals this coming season and sort our attacking problems. He's not going to do that, but he'll be decent. Like he'll do well. Like
If he's a bench player,
Here's
should
he'll
score like
probably be
around
on,
like
he'll probably be
near
on the
10.
bench.
the reason why I want Broja is because for some for example, if Kai Havertz does not play well in a game, Broja is a striker, but he's a different kind of striker. So you can see the difference in one game. Like he can change the game. Let's say it that way. We're not gonna play same way as with Kai Havertz in it, or something else. For example, even what's his name? Mount. If Mount can be subbed, that means that Kai Havertz can move in Mount spot, and Broja can play center forward. There's something.
Yeah, I don't think Mount starts next year if Dembele and Sterling come in.
I'll be real. He
Mount
should.
will
If both
start.
of those
He's just gonna
come
be.
in,
Nah, man. Money makes it into the team regardless, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
I'll agree
no
with
way
Jesper,
Mount
like,
is
if
not
you bring-
starter.
we're going to have to change the system then, because unless he plays as a 6, because if Dembele, who is arguably the most creative winger in the world right now, and Sterling, who's just coming being a starter pretty much for the best team in England, if not arguably the world, he can't start over those two.
He's not going to start in that position. He's going to play in one of the 8.
We're not going to a back 4. We're staying in a back 3. I've already said that.
I agree. He's going to stay back 3, but it's going to be a 3 midfielders. For example, it's not going to be.
So you're saying that Kai Havertz ain't starting?
No, hold on a second. This is what is going to happen if we get Sterling and Dembele. Sterling, Dembele, Kai Havertz, top 3. That's going to happen. And they're going to be in midfield. If Jorginho, Kante, and Kovacic will start, it will be Jorginho, Kovacic.
You can't play a back 3 with 3 midfielders like that. There's too many players on the pitch.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be either Mount and Jorginho or Mount and Kovacic in a double pivot.
Oh, that's disgusting. That makes me want to be sick.
I know, but I bet you that will be started. I don't see Mount being dropped. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm not saying that I want this.
You see so many managers play him. I understand that, and he's never gets dropped.
I was going to say, if we end up bringing Sterling and Dembele and Mount still starts over one of those two, then and I'd say the only way I see it working is if we is if he plays wing back. Don't know why he would. If he plays wing back, or we change the system, go change formation,
back 4
or 4-1-4-1, whatever it is.
I would like Man to be.
Maybe CB will exactly. We don't have enough center backs. Maybe we'll go back to the.
We're gonna get 2 center backs brought in.
Yeah,
center backs are coming in.
If 2 center backs coming in,
Matthias de Ligt and Koundé, Matthias de Ligt and Guardiola, Matthias de Ligt and Kimpembe. There's gonna be 2 center backs come in.
But what's happened with Thiago Silva doesn't start as much either. Because
Thiago before the World Thiago Silva will continue to start until the World Cup. Afterwards, he might take a lesser role, but he's going to be want to be in his best form for his last World Cup.
Plus as well, you can play De Ligt as a central centre back if you want to rest Thiago Silva. But De Ligt at central centre back. Say, for example, we get Koundé, have him at right centre back, and have Chalobah at left centre back, or Colwell or whoever at left centre back.
Mm-hmm.
I see us go back to back 4, just to pack midfielders.
Well, it depends who we're bringing in on the right to back up James. If it's Klaus, I don't know if he can play. I don't know if he can play as a right back in the Premier League.
James cannot play right back?
Well, you have to rotate him. James was injured last year, and if you want to just play him game in and game out, you're going to find the same thing's going to happen again.
Well, if Koundé comes in, Koundé plays right back.
He does, but then why would you bring in Jonathan Klaus?
Yeah, you bring in the Klaus, but I'm saying if he does not, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we're going to have an option as a right back second prior to.
Yes, we will have options, but I think actually, depending on the team we play against, we might float between a 4-1-4-1 and a 3-4-3.
Just because see 4-2-2-2. That's the option that
again, that's not much difference when you actually play build-up player.
I was also going to say, sorry to interrupt, Jester, it doesn't help us because, again, it means Mount has to play in one of the cam positions. And, again, we have the same issue if Dembele or Sterling doesn't start. And I'll be real, if we're getting both of these guys in, unless you get injured, I don't really see the point of both of them not starting.
I agree with you.
Unless it's a cup game. But if we're talking I'm talking in the important games, if we're getting both of them in, I don't really get how you can sell to both of them the idea that they're going to come in and be benched.
Or Kai Havertz can be dropped and Mount is going to be on the right and Sterling is going to be center forward.
Oh, God.
I know, but...
Well, 3 forward coming in potentially. As I said, the third one should be a...
I think 4-2-2 is the big dick formation, as I call it. That's probably the most system we're going to play next season.
He played a 4-1-4-1 instead. He likes that and again, 4-1-4-1 is the German 4-3-3. Just so everybody knows.
Yeah, they can interchange between roles. It all really depends
Well,
on
no, it's just that
how deep the midfielders go.
the
The
wide-
left and right midfielders.
no, the wide players are not considered wingers; they're considered midfielders. That's what makes the 4-1-4-1 different than a 4-3-3.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
it.
I just mean like the interchange between both all just depends on the position of the wide midfielders. They
Right.
drop a bit further forward. It goes into a 4-3-3. That's why it's easy
That's actually not what I explained. Tuchel, the German system, there's really not wingers. There's midfielders.
Mm.
The wingers don't exist. That's why it's a 4-1-4-1. That's when, if you look at like Dortmund, they play when they were there. They're considered midfielders, not wingers. Like Hazard's brother, Hazard Jr., plays in a midfield role. Sancho played in a deeper midfield role. They do tend to drop a little deeper, but they just don't consider wingers as a thing.
Well, if we're looking for a 4-1-4-1 and Jorginho's likely to leave, then if we weren't already looking for a DM, we actively have to be looking
Yeah,
for.
well, we did. We're in discussions for one.
Am I missing a name or something? Like, who are we in discussion?
We've already discussed
Oh,
it.
Rabiot,
No.
isn't it?
Rabiot, indeed.
Sergey.
Oh, Milinkovic-Savic. Fuck it. Sorry, I'm hella slow today, bro. But yeah, Milinkovic-Savic, we did see links with him over the last week or two. Hasn't really developed too much recently,
No,
but
there's
it's a matter
updates
of
on it.
patience.
I think we offered 60 million euro bid went in.
Did it? Who
Or-
reported that? Was it Grimes?
We've discussed the 60 million euro bid. I don't know if it's actually officially went in.
Well,
Yeah,
60
even
million
I
is a
saw
big
Yeah,
that.
no,
number.
most everything I get, it comes from Grimes. So yeah, it's a given that she's the one I get my information because she's correct like 96% of the time. So somebody's got
Right, well,
the speakers on.
I hear
Speakers?
that. That's why. Yeah, I hear an
Yeah, I
echo.
hear that too.
I could hear myself talk. And it's confusing because, when you
Yeah.
hear brilliance, you get confused.
Okay.
can you still hear an echo?
I
No,
can
it's
hear
gone
it
now.
All right, good. I was worried that was me for a second. We can go on to Ziyech stuff now because we've gone through the Werner stuff. Just please let it happen. I don't really care how it happens, but if we get rid of Werner and we bring in De Ligt, yeah, it's not a like-for-like replacement in terms of forward for forward, but we do strengthen ourselves in this situation regardless.
Absolutely.
We're still gonna get a new
As a panelist, on a personal level, who would you rather have, Richarlison or what's his phrase,
Rafinha?
Rafinha?
Rafinha.
Rafinha
Neither.
for me. Although I think Richarlison would be a bit more. Would he be a bit more versatile? 'Cause he could play both sides.
I
and
have
in the
feeling
middle.
Rafinha play wing back.
I
You
just
see-
want the person who's better, personally.
Yeah, no, Rafinha's better, but I mean, like for
Yeah.
pros and cons.
I wouldn't even say
No.
that.
In our team,
I wouldn't even say that.
because
I
I
would.
don't see Richarlison play the same position as Rafinha in our team.
No, Richarlison would be the play the same position as Havertz.
Yeah,
Maybe play
that's what
center
I'm
forward.
saying. That's what I'm saying. And I think if we get rid of Broja in something deal, which I do not want, I want Broja to keep out of any cost. I think Rafinha is not what we need. I think Richarlison would be better backup or pressure Havertz for that center forward position.
I don't get why this big love and big money everybody wants to spend on Rafinha. I mean, he's not like he doesn't even put up Sterling's numbers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay,
Because
basically Rafinha, we're looking for, it's the same position for what's his name, for
Ziyech,
Ziyech,
no.
yeah. He's
No,
looking at more of the Ziyech replacement.
he's a
Rafinha.
direct replacement for Ziyech.
Rafinha is direct target for same as Sterling and Dembele, right? That's where Rafinha would have.
Yeah,
played.
they're gonna play wide.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So so not Richarlison then. Who would you prefer, Dembele versus Rafinha, or
Dembele.
or what's his name, or the other guy,
Sterling.
Sterling or Rafinha?
Sterling. I'm taking Sterling over everybody except, and Dembele is the other one I'll take over all of those guys.
You see, I think Rafinha is better than Sterling.
No,
I think he is as well.
No.
If you're talking,
no.
it depends. I think he is from a creative standpoint. He's better because I think he's a
You
better.
could debate that, to be honest.
I think
I
he's a better.
actually think
I'm about to bring
Rafinha
some
is better than
facts.
Sterling.
Facts.
If you're just going to bring numbers and goals and assists, and this is a
Because
point.
they don't matter,
City,
right?
It's a City team.
No,
It's a
no,
City
but it is a 50-50
You're
thing. Like
arguing-
I always say,
you're arguing
football's
a player who
50%
plays
eye test, 50% stats.
Sorry, you're arguing
That's
players'
the painful
goals and
story.
assists for Leeds, where he is their best player and has to literally carry that team, versus a player who plays for the best team, as I said, in England, arguably
Yeah.
the world, who is playing in a
De
system
Bruyne is
that
assistant.
it creates chances at like so many chances a game. That's what we're arguing here, numbers. Like, this is what we're going to do, then it's pointless, man. Because again, I can argue that other players are better than other players based on numbers. I can argue Bruno Fernandes is a better player than Zidane ever was because his numbers are better. What the fuck are we doing, man? It's eye test as well. And as an eye test, Rafinha is better in terms of certain attributes like dribbling than Sterling is.
You're
But
wrong.
Sterling is a better finisher.
I'm
So
telling
again,
you're wrong.
you can say you're wrong all you like, but I don't care.
Okay, I know.
genuinely don't care. And as I was saying before I was interrupted, so with it depends what you're after. If you're after someone who's going to be more creative, Rafinha is the better option. But if you're after someone who's going to score the goals or is more likely to have an impact in terms of G&A, quote unquote, then it's Sterling. It depends what you're after in a player.
By the way, Rafinha is a way better dribbler than Sterling. It's not even close.
Oh my god.
It's not close.
Guys,
No. I'll be honest. Jester.
Do you all watch the game like this?
No, Jester. I came on this stream to cook you so badly. First of all, GNA doesn't matter. Secondly,
Why did I start?
Just because the player has a low center of gravity does not. Just because the player has a low center of gravity does not mean that they're a good dribbler.
Of scoring and assisting in the Premier League, we should discount
this brother
over somebody who thinks they can analyze it.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Hold on, Jester.
Hang on, I've got a question. If it's all about GNA, why didn't Lukaku work for us, seeing as he scored GNA wherever he's gone?
I get the likes up.
And furthermore, we're not like I think you're still watching like the game in like it's 1990. Like there's way more to the game now than just GNA. So much more comes into it.
Yeah,
way more.
You know what? You're right. Goals don't matter in football. They don't. You're right. It's just all the tiki-taka shit you do in the middle of the pitch.
It's dependent.
That's the
Jester,
only
'cause,
thing that makes you win the game. You get points, style points. Let's just have three judges hold up pins
It's
on
dependent.
a scale of 10, and that's
It's a
who wins
mixture.
the
Feel like
fucking game.
Takakashi.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life.
It's
You
not.
win
Of course, you need to.
I'll ask you a question. No,
and
okay,
not
I'll ask
allowing
you a
the other
question.
teams to-
Jester.
No, I'll ask you this question again. I've asked you before, I'll ask you it again. Who is a better player, Bruno Fernandes or Zinedine Zidane, or Bruno Fernandes or Eric Cantona?
He didn't watch Zidane. He wasn't watching football then times there. He wasn't watching football then times there.
I'll
You
tell
can't
you
ask him
now,
that.
Fernandes has more club goals than both
But you
of them.
didn't either. Shut up, man.
I'm not the one making the argument.
I did actually watch
He is.
Don.
So who's
Don't lie to me. Don't lie.
So who's the better player then?
Yeah, I actually was alive when he played. And
So was I, mate. You're not funny. Answer the question. Answer the question.
You weren't
It was
alive
one
when
word
Zidane
answer.
was
It
playing.
was either Fernandes or Zidane. Who's the better player?
Well, it's not the fraud.
Can I have names?
Well, if you don't know who the fraud is, I can't help you.
Just avoiding the smoke.
You don't need to dodge the question. I'm just
I
asking.
didn't dodge the question. You really think Bruno Fernandes is better than Zinedine Zidane?
No, I don't.
What
Are you asking me?
Again, on your exact point, your exact argument of why Sterling is better than Rafinha, Fernandes has more GNA than Zidane.
In the Portuguese league.
I bet you didn't know
We're
that.
talking about the Premier League now.
Zidane played in the
Sorry.
French league. I'm just talking in terms of GNA. You're saying that GNA is the most important thing, but now it don't support your argument. It's
Yes, it actually is.
No. Jester. With your reasoning, your reasoning is like 1 + 1 = 3.
Better, Lewis.
What?
What?
That just made today's stream better.
Beautiful.
Your reasoning is 1 + 1 = 3.
No.
You need one. You need
It's
one.
not-
Hold on. You need one. Hold on. You need one goals. You need another one assist. But you also need creativity to get those two to even become. Without
What do you
with
think
no
assists
creativity.
are? You don't think assists or a
You
stat
realise-
that,
you
that
realise-
shows
Yeah,
how
no.
good he is?
Yes. But there are ways to. But
5 yards,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
someone smashes it from long. That counts as an assist, right? If someone passes it 5 yards, and then that player
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's how most of them happen, right?
But no, I mean, back in 1990 when you started watching, but even still, it's like the game has leveled up.
Literally,
First of all, hold on a second. First of all, Scott, just for a second. Dildo extra large. When
Yeah, I knew you were coming for me. What do you want?
People are gonna talk. Don't try the gang. Let them finish the sentence, because nobody understands what you basically.
I'm not the one interrupting. I'm not the one interrupting.
You are the one that interrupted.
Bro, honestly, we're all interrupting. Let's not do this. But anyway, carry on.
Okay.
I was going to say my main point of this is that G&A are not everything. Didn't say it doesn't matter. Didn't say it's not important. I said it's not everything. There are other things. And your immediate response was, that's bullshit. It's all that matters in football. Which again, if it's all that matters in football, I've told you, based on that argument alone, Fernandes was a better player than Zidane. Based on that argument alone.
I'm gonna say quick. Hold on a second. Quick gesture. I agree with you what Sterling can do and stuff, but you cannot just go based by numbers all the time.
No,
And I understand the numbers, but you gotta see the reasons behind those numbers.
Thank you.
Wait, no. I have a question. Justice, who's better, Salah or Hazard? Premier League, prime for prime.
you know what? I'm not going to do this.
No. You are not running from this.
Hey, look.
I mean, he can tell you no.
I'm an adult. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh my God!
And
Oh, yeah. No. Hold on. Listen. Hold on.
Just look at this. Just look at this situation. Everybody had the complaint against Kai Havertz not finishing the chances, right?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so I agree with you. For me personally, I never rated Sterling. I think he's overrated English player. But if you're talking about only on creative prospect of Rafinha over Sterling, who is he gonna create on? Kai Havertz, the guy that you say that he's not good enough to he's not good at finishing and all that. Which is, let me ask you: do you want the guy that actually can finish? What Jester is saying, that numbers are actually Sterling better finisher than even Kai Havertz. Yeah. So based on that, hold on a second, let me finish. So based on that, if you're picking Rafinha because he's better creative, who is he gonna create it for? Dembele or Kai Havertz?
I think that's the thing. I agree with you. I do agree with it. I think that's where it comes back to what I said about it depends what you think we need. If you think we need someone who can finish, Sterling, fair enough. I can't argue over Rafinha. If you think we need someone who's more creative, that's where I say Rafinha over Sterling. It depends what you think we need. For me personally, at this moment in time, I think we need more creativity. That's me personally. But Alex, for example, you might think we need someone who can finish. So then I'd understand if you want to take Sterling over Rafinha. That it's what you think we need more than the other. It's the same thing as when.
I think the reason why we're going for Sterling more than Rafinha, because we want to spread that goals and assist and all that between three in the front.
It's not that difficult.
Or because Bodie doesn't know what he's doing.
And I think he does. I think he's
kick the fucker out. Kick him out.
No. I wanted to trigger Jester. I'm playing. Well, hold that.
Okay, we've got the triggers. Leave it there.
The guy literally didn't even have the grandkids to put on the table. Picture of
Keep going.
The best thing this club ever done. Get rid of the freaking pizza dough.
Pizza dough?
Yeah. Lukaku.
Oh, Lukaku. Fair enough. Right.
Look, again, this is the thing about the younger generation. They see somebody who can dribble really well, and they go, "Well, that guy's the best." Okay?
No,
we're not on the back of the net.
We're not.
No, you're talking about tricks and flicks. Which again,
who said anything about tricks and flicks? We said dribbling to create chances. And if you hold on. I'm on another thing.
Yeah,
if you've actually listened, hold on. Let me speak. If you've ever listened to me or Scott talk about what the type of like wingers that we want, we literally detail for detail break down the impact they will
I
have.
know.
But all you hear is goal assist, goal assist, goal assist, and it's not that at all. You need to
Reassist.
work your way.
He's
Hold on, you need to
creative.
work your way into a position so that like there. Okay, cool. Let's break it down. There are
No,
zones.
look, you couldn't break
you don't
down.
listen.
You
You
couldn't
don't
break down
listen.
a
You don't
freaking
listen.
table. So I don't know.
Hold on.
I actually
wait.
do not understand the freaking squad that the dildo guy is saying. All he just does is like chicken assist, whatever. I don't think Jester's saying that. I literally don't think Jester's saying that. I can understand what Scott's saying. I can understand what Jester's
We'll
saying.
agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree.
No, it's not agree to disagree. I literally understand where Scott is coming
You trying
from.
to say something?
I literally understand
okay.
where Jester's coming from.
Okay, what did I say?
All I can
What did
hear
I say
is-
that you don't agree with?
Well, what was it so close to?
I don't understand what you're asking. That's what's the problem.
Okay, I said you need to build.
Yeah.
Worse.
We got a
Oh
tornado
please,
coming.
no, I can't. It was going so well.
Goku ain't gonna start an argument.
It was going so well.
No. I was saying. Hold on. I was saying you need to build. You need to get the ball into like the zones on the pitch where players can be more effective. You can't just. It's like oh my god.
You see what I'm saying?
We're listening.
No.
I was going to say, you're flopping quite hard here. I won't lie.
No. What? Because the image that came into hold on. I saw the clip of it today. The assist that who was it? Scott, you remember? Hold on. Who was it that just literally that laid it off to Messi and then he just dribbles through the whole team and scores? Who was it that laid off the ball?
There's a better
I
one
have no
against
idea
Real
what you're
Madrid. Against
talking
Real
about.
Madrid.
Oh
I
my
am
God.
so confused.
Hold on.
This guy is just a freaking vibrator.
Yeah, whatever. Who, do you know the assist I'm talking about where he just lays it off for Messi and then he just dribbles
I
past
have
the
no
whole
idea
team?
what you're talking about.
I don't remember that assist. The one I remember, or the one that I can remember.
Yeah, there we
about
go.
is
There we go. They're putting in the chat Busquets. Yeah, so it's Busquets
No,
just laid
don't
off.
help him. If he can't make a point on his own, then he
No.
doesn't need to be making the
So yeah,
point.
hold on. So you can't expect to just lay off the ball to our attackers and expect them to just run through the whole team like they're Messi because they're not Messi. You need to you need to be able to put it. You need to be able to put it on the plate
What's
for
your
them.
point?
So exactly? So my point is Hold on. So my point is. Hold on. Let me answer. So my point is. You sign attackers that are able to create space for players to make inwards run to. In our case, like our fullbacks to run into. That's why I said I wanted players like Mahrez, players like or Rafinha or Dembele who could dribble, create, divert attention towards them to create space for our fullbacks to run into and get into the box and score.
I gotta go get me another donut.
God
So
damn.
you know what I mean?
There's somebody on here taking a 0
It's
for
like
footy knowledge. Yeah, just 0.
So you're looking for dribblers because they can drag defenders out of position with their presence.
yeah, exactly. Because currently we're playing with like, if you'd like to say, attacking midfielders. You can't.
Sterling and Rafinha are both capable of.
Oh my God!
Yeah, get out.
Poor Pokedoku, man.
Anything.
I think.
Why not?
what I was
Why
gonna
not?
say-
Why he didn't? I will actually listen to Pokodoku versus the Dildo Man.
Yeah,
Literally.
whatever.
What I was gonna say, Lewis, is
Peace, guys.
you're right. Sterling
See you
can
later,
do it,
Pokedoku.
but I think for me,
Pokemon,
Rafinha is slightly
It
better.
was a good run, but
You know, it's
big up
odd
yourself.
because one of the things that people talk about with Sterling.
Pokodoku
he didn't
literally.
even do anything.
You just what's your point?
I
That's
Came
it.
in, violated you.
He
The
said
one-
it.
the
What's
one
your
thing
I'm not
Talking
point?
complaining.
about
It's what it
Sterling.
is.
Look,
It's what it is.
Pokodoku said, "What's your point?" And he was actually right. Why was that?
And then I made the point. So what's next?
You took the scene.
Pokedoku, if you're watching the
I
comments,
did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
take one for the team.
Okay.
It took a while, but
So
yeah,
one of the points for Sterling is his dribbling, right?
no, it's his low center of gravity.
No, it is
Not-
his.
not-
No, it is his dribbling. His dribbling is good. I think, for me personally,
Rafinha's better. Yes,
That's
that's it. There we go.
So
Okay,
if we're gonna get Dembele, then we have somebody to be creative and
Thank you,
is an
Winter
assist
Silver.
man. Okay,
Yes.
so you wouldn't bring two players that would rather assist than score. You got to have a scorer on the pitch. That's what we lack this year is an out and out score, which is what Sterling's
That's
being
why I
brought
agree with
in
Jester
to
on
do.
that point.
So it's either Rafinha and Dembele. It's either Rafinha or Dembele, not Rafinha and Dembele.
I will say though, I think Rafinha might actually
And-
play like a wing back and Reece James plays right.
Oh,
side.
No,
hope not.
he's not
I
gonna.
hope not.
Wasn't-
he won't
wasn't
be
there talks
coming
about it?
then. He won't be coming then.
No, if he comes, for example, if Rafinha is there and Sterling is there,
Yep.
Rafinha is definitely a right wing back.
Yeah, if all three come, that's why Dembele. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
But all three aren't gonna
The-
come.
The other thing as well
Well, I
as to
think
why
Sterling's more likely to come. So
another reason, to be fair, is why probably Sterling works better than Rafinha is just because I think Dembele is better on the right than the left. I know he is both footed, but I think he's better on the right, and that is where Rafinha would play. So therefore, you'd kind of have to go and get someone who's better on the left.
Sterling meant to be
No,
better
no.
on the right too.
No,
Another thing,
Sterling's
Another
gonna
thing.
be
No,
on the
Sterling's
left.
on the left,
Dembele is always looking for the players on the run, which is I think Sterling is better player with Dembele than Rafinha with Dembele. Rafinha is the one that runs onto the player. He's the one that creates for himself and for the player. But for example, if Rafinha cuts on inside and tries to make the play, is he looking for Dembele to finish? No.
Rafinha is
Because
more
Dembele is
one-footed
not that
than
kind of player.
Dembele too. Dembele has two actual feet.
No,
Look,
I
if
know he
you-
can play on the left as well, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, his highest goal scoring numbers came when he was
Yes,
on the
for
right.
the England, and Dembele plays on the left too, so it's not like
I'm not
both-
saying he can do both. He can do both,
Again,
honestly.
Yeah, both can do. They can both
Yeah, like,
do both
okay.
sides. I think Dembele is better on the right, and I think Sterling's
think-
better on the left. They
I
can
think
both.
Dem-
do the same, so.
I think
agree
I'm
with you,
opposite.
Scott. I
Dembele is
agree.
actually better on the left, and Sterling better on the right.
It doesn't. But that's what Tuchel's
If-
looking for.
for the
Somebody
goal
can play
They
both
can
sides.
interchange.
Exactly,
Yes, look at there.
But
We're
that's-
all happy.
Can I
No,
just
no,
say
no.
as well? Sorry to.
we're all happy.
Ali.
My question. Hold on, Scott. My question is why. The reason why I ask this question because on a personal level, that's just a personal level. I like Rafinha better than Sterling. That's it.
I was going to say as well. It's never happening, and I'm not going to say it's ever happening. But personally, I'm taking Neymar over both of them.
Oh yeah.
I actually wouldn't. I actually wouldn't. But not for anything. Not anything to do with his ability. More to do with like the off the ball stuff and his commitment. That's why I wouldn't take him.
That's
He's
exactly.
he's
I
10
can't believe
times
I'm
better
agreeing
than-
with Dildo Man.
The only reason why I disagree is because he's 10 times better than anything we have. And if you have him and Dembele, even if they're fit half a season, that half a season is going to be the best you're going to see that season. Like it's going to be incredible. The other half of the season, get when they're injured or they're at their sisters, whatever. But
The reason
the first half of the season,
It's
it'd be
off the
amazing.
field for me. Neymar.
Yeah,
it's
are
off
you
the
saying
field.
that Neymar slides into his sister's DMs?
I'm not implying any such thing. I'm not implying any such thing of that nature.
Yeah, I just don't think Neymar would come to the Premier League.
Probably not. He's probably
Yeah,
never
no,
going to leave
no,
PSG,
no.
to be honest. If he does, he'll go back to Barca. But a man can dream.
You see, Duoscope, you just made the freaking.
What?
Look at the chat. If you start, I'm better.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
I'm better
I'm reading
typing.
it.
I'm better typing than speaking.
Talking.
Then he goes
Yeah.
back at typing. Then
No. I said at times. I press.
There
him
hasn't
too
been a
quickly.
player with that much talent since Eden Hazard yet.
That just
Go
proves
AM,
you're
I
not better
hear
at
that,
typing
and I
either.
raise you, Maldini.
No. Read. I said I'm better at typing than talking, and then I said at times, but I pressed send too quickly.
You're gonna make the man
Yeah,
choke
don't
on his
die, mate.
donut.
Don't die, mate.
Yeah.
oh,
And
that's funny, man.
lucky it wasn't Creamfield. Oy.
man.
So yeah, most likely it looks like it's going to be Dembele and Sterling coming in. as replacements.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's hilarious.
Oh,
Yo, big up in it. No, I'll be honest. Yo. Before I go. Well, everything I said was facts, but the way I got to it was wrong. But fair play. Run up the 100 in there. I don't mind.
I do a scope. You're my guy and everything.
Yeah.
We'll shout you for the next
I'll still be in this chat. Bless up, you,
By
man.
the end of the stream,
Take
there'll
care,
just
my
be
guy.
Lewis on here. Everybody will be chatted out.
Well, if you guys do want to kick out any, as you guys can see, a £100 donation equals the removal of any panelist you want, including
Yeah,
myself. I will
Fatur
happily
is
fuck
drunk.
off with
Fatur
it.
is drunk on the beach with
Yeah,
a hoe.
My man's off his face.
So expect another 100.
Who's next?
yeah.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
one's
you know
safe.
what? I can't
Lewis
even
might
read
not be
that.
safe. Lewis might not be safe.
I've all that I've done to Fata. I've been a big Timo Werner fan for. I can't fuck it. Yeah, you know. Fata, you're my
Got
guy
Lewis
and
out
everything.
next.
I love you, man. Big up.
Lewis is gonna be in the background the rest of the stream.
Can you
Oh,
put
fuck.
Elias chat on?
Elias.
Oh.
Where is
He's gonna have to chat. It's about that time.
Elias? How far is this?
No, it's like he says, Fata, kick Alex out. Why? Because
Fucking
yeah,
blind.
Why? Why? Because you're poor? Because you cheap ass, broke ass Elias? Put you 100 pounds, man.
Yeah,
The echo's back.
I wasn't even gonna
You
stream
know what,
today.
I'm
Imagine.
surprised you ain't been kicked out yet, Alex.
He's the great. He's the best streamer of the year. He's streamer of the year. You can't take streamer of the year out.
Hey, Fata's gonna say, hold that.
For the right amount, right? Everybody
Yeah,
does.
for the right
Lewis
amount.
says he'll leave for the right amount.
Yeah, if you pay 100 to kick me out, I'm gone for the rest of the stream, right? Only you guys can host it easily. Ibrahim says Martial over Hazard Premier League. Yeah, alright, whatever.
That's a piss take right there.
Fair enough. Big up your donation.
Sanchez 1 year. Sanchez numbers were crazy.
Oh yeah, his numbers were ridiculous. But I know Arsenal fans who still said they played better without Alexis Sanchez in the team that season.
CFC Jack, I actually explained the 5 reasons that I think why I think Dembele is coming on the live
But
stream
to all
I
the
was
new
on.
viewers, let's go through it again. Fuck it, let's go
To be
through
fair,
it
I think before he does, I think something came out today saying some of the officials at Barca are becoming increasingly pissed off. That wasn't the wording they used, but increasing annoyed at his demands and attempted or like pressuring the other
send Peter a link, Lewis.
officials to
fuck it, yeah, I'll run you the link. Like what? One sec.
I think some officials are trying to pressure the other officials to just pull out and just say you can leave then, because they're becoming increasingly annoyed with Dembele and his wants.
Oh look how I'm converting Elias.
So the first point I will bring up is that the person with the most insight to European transfers.
Where's the host?
What happened to the host?
My bro, my slime. What are you telling me? You all good?
Where's the host?
Drunk stream coming on.
I'm sorry. What?
That's what I'm saying.
You got read back your super chats.
I've had some drinks, so
You've had some drinks.
No, we didn't notice. We didn't notice, bro.
So, do you want me to go through the reasons?
Yeah, go on.
This is
So-
heavy ones. Fuck me, man.
The first thing is Dembele is going to be out of contract as of July 1st. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the person I trust most with European transfers, with a 96% success rate, ES Grimes, said that on June 2nd, he signed a pre-contract agreement with Chelsea. Then you can go through with, he's had the same contract offer from Barcelona since December and has not signed it, and said the wages are too low for him to stay. Put on top of that, Barca are not upping that deal. That's their final offer. So he either signs the deal and takes it, or he's a free agent. Again, recent reports, June 30th, Dembele will choose his new club. It will not be Barcelona. That is a report that's out there. Go find it on Twitter.
I saw a report today as well saying Barca are considering taking back their offer that they gave him.
That's the one I was on about. The one where some of their officials are pressuring the rest of them to.
Then better come to Chelsea, man. Allow it, man. Hey, CFC fam, you're a puta, man. Fuck you.
Oh, this is gonna be about a goated stream now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We got inebriated Fata on. This is gonna be lit.
Oh fucking hell, man! You know what? Actually, once Peter hops in, I'll put the link in the chat for other people to join in as well. Fuck it.
So
You might as well go
that's the
completely
reason
off.
Bring
why.
up Peter. He's much better, people. Go on, Peter.
Yeah, don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Come
Peter's
on,
gonna be coming.
So,
Mr. Phoenix
How many?
Suns.
How many of you are very happy that Tuchel's actually getting backed? It's the first time we've had
Tuchel being back.
an owner
it's
back
fantastic,
a manager, and we're going to have
Yes,
the
Peter.
manager
Yes,
signing,
fam, you're a
not
puta,
Why
man.
board
did you
You're
kill
signing.
Madrid.
Zebra? Why did you kill Zebra?
You're lucky you're a mod.
That's not a zebra. That's a
That's
giraffe.
a giraffe.
He didn't. Have
I've
you
got
been
whole
hitting the
fucking
vodka early
City
too, bro?
Chelsea crew. Yes,
Hey,
guys.
Staffer, I wish you were Royal Navy, fam. I wish if you're Royal Navy, I could agree that you'd be getting more.
Yeah,
more
Fatter's wankered, by the way. He
Hey,
completely-
if you hang on, Fat, if you want to be around seamen that much, that's up to you.
I'm telling you, man, if you're in the Royal Navy, you do that price shots.
Shots.
Oh my
You be
God,
like
that
holding
was
your
wonderful,
weapon
Andrew.
up top.
By the way, we met you, Winter Surfer. We met your father yesterday.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh, he's
Yeah.
talking about Tony. He's talking about Tony. Tony jumped on the stream yesterday.
People saying he's the father.
I'm supposed to tell you one
Yeah,
man.
Fatter, bro, have some water, man. Have some water.
He's more than water, bro.
I don't know how much
You need to put some bread or something in your stomach and soak up the alcohol,
Yeah, where's your 12 kebabs?
Yeah.
or drink or eat some ice cream because at least when you throw up, it'll taste
So
good.
all that Fata is just from one daiquiri?
Are you drinking daiquiris, dude?
What? Is that one? If you had one drink,
Come on.
That's fatter for you.
You drinking
Fata.
daiquiris?
how many drinks you had, bro?
I forgot. So I had 2 shots and then 3 San Miguel's and then
So what, orange juice? What is it?
I'm a
Okay.
lightweight. Allow me, bro.
No. We thought you had one drink. Fair enough.
I
fair
thought
enough.
Fata
But
only drank
it's a
whiskey
reusable
straight
cup,
up.
so you literally can fill how much as you can.
Oh,
That's usually what
I
happens
thought
when you
you-
put
we
drink
know
into
how
a cup.
reusable cups works, though.
Right, so Fatter, seeing as you're here, my guy, I need to hear what's your thoughts on the Timo Werner news.
The Werner news.
sad music.
Let
It's
me
sad
see.
music.
What's the... So he's gone to. Wait. So you had the link to swap with Werner? Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
I'm literally.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
literally
news.
looking- Okay. So if you look at the amount of fee that we've got, I would. You know what? I don't know because I've heard people criticizing the Lig's record. Like he's not better than Tomori in the. I don't know because I think he would fit with our defense though. I'll be real. If we had to give Werner away to Juventus, man, it'd be peak for me. I'm gonna lose my 250, man. But business is
500.
business. Hey, well wasted mount. Kiss my black ass, man.
Oh my fucking god!
Hey,
I
what's up?
told you this is
Peter?
about to be go-to.
Hey,
bro.
Peter,
Stream is actually going in
I
the
told
Hall
you
of
last night
Fame.
about Skip Donkey Bayless, man. He's such a Bayless, man.
What?
Honestly.
What are you talking? What topic are we discussing, man?
I don't
Who
know.
knows,
I was
man?
asking him about Werner because I wanted to hear his
But
thoughts
he
on
was
it
talking
before
about
we
the
do
Ligt.
My black
Dembele.
ass within 4 seconds of speaking. What is happening here?
Fatter's fucked.
Honestly,
I
like,
don't even
I
say
would
these
take the
things,
lead
and
on
I'm
our
black.
defense, but
What-
as
what-
long as
what's
you
wrong with
play
you?
left centre back, I would take it.
All you had to do was say "kiss my Indonesian ass" and we would have been cool. But now it's
What did Chris answer then? Like, what is Chris
What?
answer? Like? Chris, what did you answer earlier?
What are you talking about?
You said Chris Hansen.
No,
Is that the guy from?
Is that the guy from Deadline? Deadline?
Yeah.
Is that,
You said- Are you trying to like?
is
All
that
right,
the guy
all right,
from
time out,
Deadline?
Time out.
Yes.
Everybody, we're gonna drop everything Fator just said. We're gonna not speak to him for a little bit, okay? 'Cause I don't know how we got here. It's nice to be here. It's great to see all of you. I would say it's great to see Fator, but I'd be lying. It is what it is, man. Everybody in the comments, just forget everything you just heard for the last 40 seconds. All right, moving on.
Oh.
Yeah, Cameron says, I'm glad we're going in the right direction, getting rid of Deadwood in our team. If we get what Tuchel wants, does the panel think we will challenge? Nope. I think
Yeah.
we'll
I
get
was
close to
gonna say-
City and
I was
Liverpool.
gonna
but we
say,
won't challenge.
define challenge. I think it's a top 4 battle next season.
Actually, we could be in the race for longer than we've been before. Maybe past Christmas.
If we're
Well,
in the right
I
also
think
with,
you're
like, the
underestimating
World
We're
Cup.
going to
the
jump
genius.
on Man City regardless
mean-
next season.
I think
Chelsea
you're-
needs to go
Look
for the title.
what Man City just got. Like Calvin Phillips, that's a steal in it, £42 million. Might as well get
Calvin
the price,
Phillips
though.
is going to be on the injured list more than he plays.
Listen, if City sign Phillips and sell Bernardo Silva without replacing him, that's not an improvement to this.
No, they haven't.
They have
They've
to
gone
replace
sideways. They haven't
No,
improved
he's
their
going
team at
for
all.
he's going for the Gundogan. That's the reason. That's
Gundogan's going to
Gundogan.
go and they're going to bring
No,
a
I'm
centre
just
mid
saying,
in.
with all these rumours about Barcelona suddenly having 90 million euros to sign Bernardo Silva out of nowhere.
Let us know in the comment
Yeah.
section too as well.
I'm talking about what's his name? His
I think
replacement.
Liverpool's the more realistic target.
Mhm.
With Mane
Was
gone,
in
and if they're not going to buy a
Salah
midfielder,
potentially gone.
yeah, and we're not going to buy a midfielder, which I keep reading they're not going to buy.
Yeah, CFC time. The only time we're gonna get a DM, you probably some members,
What?
bro. We're not getting Rice.
I
would have Rice at home for me to eat every day, not for me to see every game.
This guy's a mess.
Bro, you're waffling more than Duarscope earlier, bro.
Surfer was in mid-sentence.
Yes, bro. Drink. No, Fata. Drink that. Drink that.
Please.
I'm just saying.
Down it.
The predictions of next season, I don't know why anyone's really predicting because.
I wonder. Let's go.
Shut up, man. We got,
Let him speak, bro.
we got a World Cup in the middle of the season. We got all these fixtures up to the World Cup, including all the Champions League group games and League Cup games. We've got a stupid international break in the middle of September as well. And then coming back, you're probably going to see the most chaotic January transfer window you've ever seen in your life. Because some person they haven't heard of has scored 4 goals in the World Cup and everyone's bidding for him or something like that. And you're probably going to see the most amount of injuries, which is why Alex, and I agree with it, like in previous teams, goes, we need a huge squad for next season. We need 25 plus players. Because these players are going to be, let me phrase this so no one pauses, they're going to be tested like they haven't been done before.
except for the English players who will be going home early.
Yeah, okay.
By the way,
Also, I think we need to, in terms of predictions, I'm at least going to wait until the transfer window closes because we don't know what business we're going to do
by the
between
way,
now and the end of the summer.
By the
Because
way,
if
I
you-
still look. No. Like, seriously, like I've always been one way. We challenge for every trophy, for every play. Every we going for the trophy. I don't care who we bring, who we get out. It's your expectation. It's on you. My expectation every season: Chelsea winning the Premier League, but Chelsea winning Championship League. You don't. I hope we're going for it. All I'm can saying. If people saying like, I hope we, the coaching staff and like they think that like let's get top 4 next season. If that's what Thomas Tuchel thinking, I want him out. If Thomas Tuchel thinks I want to get top 4 for the next season because based on transfer window this season, I want the fucker back in Germany. I ain't want that kind of manager. I don't care what kind of squad you have. You still have to fight for the Premier League.
Tuchel is making a squad to win the Premier League. He is not putting together a squad to challenge for top 4. We are not fucking Arsenal. And if you think that way, we're just going to get top 4. There's another club in London who just wants to get top 4. Go support them. We're
not that we don't
putting a
want to
squad
get top 4.
together to win everything. That is what Tuchel's goal is. That's what Bowley's goal is. To win everything.
I agree, but I don't. I think even though we want that, I just don't believe the team's going to be capable of that next season.
Exactly. I obviously want to win everything, but I think as a realistic target,
City and Liverpool are going to be stronger than us. I don't think we're going to get everything
Why?
done.
How? Where did you get that idea from?
Where did we
Well,
get City
first off,
stronger?
we're going to need.
I
about.
can see the 19 points for City. There's a big gap, but I don't see Liverpool improved.
Liverpool have only lost one big player. It's a big player, but one player. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They still got.
They've also.
We need to make about 7 to 8 transfers.
Exactly. I'm not
for us
saying
to be at the same level as either of them. And when we do that, they also need to get into the team, adapt, and adjust to the players around them as well. Which is also
and the thing is,
going to
Chester, I don't necessarily think you're wrong in terms of the Mane to Salah thing. I don't think you're wrong, but they've replaced him with someone who they think can do a job. Whether he does or not, they've then also got Jota, who you can say what you want about him. He's a good player and he'll score them goals. They've got Diaz as well, who's a good player and is creative for them. we
Yeah,
have
but
so
still
many
have prob-
holes to
but-
fill. We have so many holes to fill in our team that we have. For me, we have to get all of our targets to be able to challenge. And if we don't, then we're just hamstringing ourselves. And that's why I say, for me, it's get third, finish above, get closer to Liverpool and City, and finish above Tottenham and Arsenal where they're strengthening. We finish third. It's progression. It's progression.
Can somebody remind me where we were in the table when James and Chilwell were healthy?
Yeah, I agree. We was challenging. I think we'll be competing if everybody stayed fit, and I do stand
And
by
that
that.
was that was without Lukaku.
We were also top of the league in November under Maurizio Sarri. We were also top of the league in
How long
December
for?
under Frank Lampard. What happened was
Yeah, but Lampard was no, Lewis.
No, but what happened was
No, he's got a point. He's got a point.
Not with the Lampard at all, because it was like it was like a weekend.
Sorry.
Tuchel was top of the league for 72 nights.
Chris, got a question. How long? When does the Premier League season end? How long is the season?
Well, of course, I know he wasn't top of the
cool.
league the whole way through,
again,
but he
it
was.
doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't
Man
matter
City were in a position at one point in 1920. No, not 1920. In 2021, where they were 9th in about November.
Yeah.
Are we going to say that was meant to be their position? No, things change over the space of 38 games.
My point was
where you end up.
We were closer to Man City when with a full squad than people understand.
And
we were
since
closer
then, we've
to
lost
them.
2 starting.
Wait, let Justice finish. Let Justice finish.
Okay. So the most important players to that squad were James and Chilwell. They were the ones driving that offense forward. And when you lost Chilwell for the rest of the season and James for a large portion of it, you had to play with Alonso and Dave or whoever else was fit that you could throw into the right wing-back role.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it's important that when the summer's over, that if those players get injured, we have Pulisic at left wing back and Rafinha at right wing back. That's all I'm
But
saying.
here's the thing: we didn't drop out immediately after the Chilwell injury.
Yeah, hold on. Yes, because we had the freaking midfield crisis too. You forgot about that, right? After those
and that's the thing. That was literally the point I was going to say. We had the massive midfield crisis, and we didn't have the depth. And now we're working on that. Like, I agree, with a full squad, we come closer.
Yeah,
but
so
we're not
as far as I know,
above either.
Yeah, and the thing as well, on that as well is you look at the difference as well from last season when we were top.
No,
you look at the last season when we were top. Since then, we've lost 2 starting centre backs who you can say what you want about them were both quality. Were both amazing. We also, that left wing back that got injured, we have no idea how that injury has affected him. We have no idea whether he's going to be as he was, whether he's going to be a shell of the player he was, whether he's like 80% there. We also have got 2 midfielders who are another year on in terms of like regressing. Like, we can't expect that we're going to perform to the same level with needing to bring 6 to 8 players in. We can't expect that. If those are your expectations, then fair enough for having those high expectations, but don't be surprised when you're let down at the end of the season.
I just think I keep going back to the fixture schedules, the World Cup in the middle of it.
Exactly.
It's the most unpredictable season you're going to see because of everything's being truncated.
Or you got to look at
together.
the other teams who has most international players.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But look at all the Champions League games who get smashed now all together instead of spread over September to December. The league.
I just think we're good. I just think we are closer than what people actually think.
I just think I don't know if we are. I just think this season it's going to be so unpredictable because of everything's slammed together, and I think that's why you keep saying we need a big squad because I think we're going to have like others. I think we're going to have multiple injuries.
I think as well, it's like I said earlier, I'm going to wait until the end of the transfer window because if in the transfer window, I'm not saying it's going to happen, we only sign 1 player, then we're definitely getting nowhere close to City or Liverpool. But if we sign all 8 that we're interested in and builds our team, then I'll reassess. But I'm going to wait until the end of the transfer window because at the minute we've bought no one and we've got so many holes. But that could change in 2-3 weeks or a month or whatever.
Scott,
like, it could change.
How many players do you want to sign?
Oh, me, 8.
That's the number I came up with the other day. So
I'd say 8 for me, but I know that's not going to happen. So I'd take 6. If you're talking 2 centre backs, a midfielder, 2 wingers, or 2 forwards and a wing back, I'd take that.
I think we're going to sign 2 wing backs.
Yeah,
If we sign 2 wing backs, I'm happy with that as well. But I'm saying if we
Rafinha
only
as a
sign
wing back,
6,
man.
then
People can laugh at me how much they own. I'll take Rafinha as a wing back.
I got
man.
convinced within 10 minutes of seeing that.
But I don't think that's the target. We wouldn't be targeting him as a wing back. Not for
I
that amount of
agree. We're
money.
not gonna be targeting him as a wing back. People think like, oh, Tuchel gonna play him as a wing back. Tuchel played the wing backs that last season, not because he want them to play wing back. It's because he had to. Joe played the wing back. Pulisic played the wing back. Not because they are made for that
Ruben.
position. It's just because Ruben. It's because he had to. Because James had the injury, Joe had the injury. You cannot overplay. What's his name? Who's not moving?
David Alonso.
You had to play wingers as a wing backs. That's
Right.
it.
And it's looking like we might have to even replace someone on the left because keep seeing Emerson linked to Lazio.
Good.
So
Hopefully we do. Hopefully we do.
And another thing, what if something happened and we do not have another center back? If we already have a Rafinha, that means that James is going into the center back. James is good at it. You just play with what you get. Yeah. That's it.
The targets are 2 center backs, 2 wing backs, a midfielder, and 2 attackers.
Which I'd be happy with, very happy with, depending on who the midfielder is, of course.
I want 2 midfielders. I want 2 midfielders.
It depends if Georgie and Conte go.
Yeah, if
I think it's more about Loftus should go.
Yeah, Ruben will probably go as well, which I'm calm with. Yeah. To be fair, if he goes and you've just got someone like Ampadu or something can take his place, like it's not.
There you go. There's your midfielder.
I think Ampadu is actually the only sitting mid DM we have on that squad.
There's more chance of keeping Jorginho since the World Cups in the winter because he's not playing. He's not going. So it's going to be. I just see that. I just see them keeping him.
No, he's the one that go because there's no way Tuchel getting rid of Conte.
I know you want him to go.
No. It's not even about that. If you think that Conte, Conte is the favorite player from Tuchel. He been wanted him for the longest time. He ain't getting rid of them.
Well, the Jorginho and the Conte thing are not on Tuchel. Todd Bowley will not allow players to leave for free.
Yeah. If he's not going to sign, then fine. But if he's going to sign, then
yeah. But that's what I mean.
Right.
I'm not saying
so the contract's sorted.
So you're saying if we don't sell Jorginho this summer, he's staying?
I knew you were going to bring us all the time. We know when you're going to bring the.
If Jorginho and Conte do not sign extensions, they are leaving this summer.
He's gone. The club announced he's gone. You've got to get over it, Lewis, man. He's gone.
And they can announce he's coming back.
No, they won't.
That was the old
You know what?
Sorry, what in the goddamn fuck is that comment? Please bring up that comment, that last one.
Which one?
I don't know.
Right.
I'm not even looking at the chat.
Rafi.
Yes, please. What?
He can unlock.
SCN was. Don't piss me off. SCN's my
we need to keep Connor at any cost. He can unlock Kante and Mount. He is the next SCN for me. The work rate is amazing.
Please do not compare Conor Gallagher to Michael Essien, please.
No.
A man said we need Conor Gallagher to unlock Kante, even though I've been told Conor Gallagher's replacing Kante.
He's not the next Michael Essien. Allow it, man. That's a violation. That's disrespectful, Michael Essien.
Hang on. I think 90% that is a troll comment. I think there's a slight 10% obviously that he's probably never seen Essien.
You must be a troll, bro.
I don't think Fatur saw Essien, so I don't know what he's complaining.
What you mean? This is the first time I've been sensible for last.
Yeah, I know. I think you should come on the streams drunk more.
He said he never saw Essien play. That's what he's saying. Not sensible. We know you're not sensible. Even when you're not drunk, we know you're not sensible.
Actually, I'm drunk for sure.
Yeah, you know what? Drunk fatter ain't even that bad.
Yeah, you
like drunk.
He's the same.
There's less sound effect. There's actually more takes.
Let's have it right.
Peter, you're a waste man.
Hey, that's ironic.
I gotta have one. Let's have it right. Give me one. Let's have it right.
No, please don't.
Fatter, I need to have a. Let's have it right. I gotta have one in stream.
What you mean?
Say, let's have it right.
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Right.
No. We gotta have a proper let's have it right.
I've kind of listened.
Told me to drink some
I've
water,
listened to you guys give your opinions on
get some more
incomings and outgoings. Can I give my opinion?
You go on, Peter.
All right. So, look, It's a truncated summer. It is what it is. Obviously, 6 to 8 signings would be incredible. I'm expecting a number similar to like 4 or 5 instead of like a 6 to 8 range. Like we need 2 center backs. We're going to get at least one person. Ideally, if we find somebody who can deputize on either wingback role, that would be fine. I don't want to have to sign somebody strictly to be a backup left-sided wingback.
Yeah.
Because there's no way this football club doesn't play Chilwell when he's fit again. And I prefer to assume that Chilwell's leg won't fall apart again. I mean, it fucking might. Like, we don't know. Like, I don't think so. I don't like to think that way. So, wingback, 2 center backs. We are linked to attacking players. I'm in the minority. I understand losing Jorginho for free would not be ideal, but this club seems to have one midfield target, whether you agree with it or not. I personally don't, but what the fuck can I do? And I don't see West Ham giving us any sort of fucking discount.
That's
dude.
not.
Yeah.
That's not.
I don't.
Realistically, who can get?
I don't understand why people can't read the news. We're not even really linked with Declan Rice, except for ITKs from England.
Oh my God.
The only midfielder we've been linked to is the guy behind me on the screen.
We are, Jester, we are on the same page. I don't understand the links. I don't get them. I don't see many other links to any other center mids. So I'm more of the line. If we bring in a 5th player, it will be an extra attacker. And as much as people don't want to hear it, I could see us running with the midfield we had this year. Yes, our form died when everybody got hurt and everybody got COVID. Fair enough. That happened. I watched it. It was shit. But hey man, I mean, we talk about not wanting to settle for secondary or tertiary targets, and there is a bunch of other holes to fix in our team. As for our expectations next year, we finished 19 points behind City each of the last 2 years. I would love to win the Prem. That'd be fucking awesome. Like, it's not bullshit, right? But let's be realistic for a second, guys. I don't think Tuchel shows up to work expecting to only compete for as high as 3rd place. I think he's crazy enough to think he can win with this group of players. And if that's the kind of psychotic person you need to manage our football club, then it is what it is. You know,
also, I heard this mentioned. That point you made about the midfield and everything. I heard this mentioned on a space I was earlier mentioned, but everyone's talking about how Tuchel's now seemingly got most of the control in regards to transfers, who we go and get. When it comes to midfielders, we've not really been linked to that many. Most midfielders we've let pass us by. It's mainly been attackers and defenders we're after. Maybe it's just the case.
No.
Hang on. Maybe it's just the case of either he wants Rice or we're just not getting anyone. He's just not interested in getting another midfielder in. Not starting.
No. Anyway. They said that they're gonna address the last in the transfer. It was gonna be addressed is the midfield. They tried to fix defense and the forward position because No. Hold on a second. Let me finish. We forced to fix the defense.
Yes.
We forced to fix the forwards because forwards wants to leave. They want to leave. You see what I'm saying? That's not the case with the midfield. Midfield is a different kind of thing. Midfield, it's not because they want to leave. It's because the contract will force them. So they go on by what's the position. So, for example, that's what I understood from comment. We forced to fix the defense. And we forced to fix the forwards because Timo Werner asked to leave. Ziyech asked to leave. That's it.
I agree. And we're also in a situation, as I said, where Jorginho and Kante have 1 year left on their contracts. Both have run themselves into the ground. Same with Kovacic. Our backup options, he's unsure about. As I said, Gallagher's not a 6 unless we change the system. Gilmore, I think he's a bit unsure about. Ampadu, I don't think he's fully sure about.
Yes.
Midfield is a key area as well, and I think you look at.
I agree, but it's not as.
The way I look at it, right? You can't let Schumann, Kamara, Paulinho, if he goes to Fulham or Wolves. Who else there was there? You've got Phillips going to City. There was someone else on the top. Who I was thinking about? Bissouma. You can't let all of these targets go unless you either have one sole target in mind, which might be Rice, or you're just not that interested in getting a starting midfielder in. He might just use the youth players. He might just use the Gilmores, the Ampadus. You might keep Loftus-Cheek. But for what I'm seeing right now, he probably wants Rice. That's what we might go and get Rice. But if we don't,
it's not going to be this year. Could be.
Yeah, it might not be this year, and it looks as though he's more interested in going and getting
Hey,
forward
Minos
or
FC, big
defenders.
up, man.
Man can go fuck himself. And as I was saying, I think he's more interested in going and getting centre back and forward.
My God.
Go on, Scott. Sorry,
I-
Scott.
Yeah,
Again,
I just
we're-
think he's more interested in going to the forwards and the defenders. I think midfield we might get, but I don't see it being a priority for Tuchel right now, personally.
I can make sense of this for you. We're gonna be looking at attackers and defenders first, and while they're doing that, they're going to figure out if they want to sign or if they can sign Conte and Jorginho on an extension. Okay, they're going to use this time to do that. If they don't want to sign extensions or they can't come to a deal, then after we get our attackers and defenders in, we will be looking for midfield replacements, which will be toward the end of the window. We are linked with a midfielder, and the guy behind me is the only one we have actual links to. As in, we've talked to his agent. We are supposedly submitting a formal or informal bid for 60 million euro. Okay, that is an actual link, not people saying, "Well, we might get Rice," or Rice is the person they want. But there's no links. West Ham has said we want 150 million pounds for him. Okay.
No, Chelsea asked about Rice, and West Ham said it is not for sale.
So 150 million pounds, you're not paying for Declan Rice. You're not paying 80 million pounds for Declan Rice. Not this summer, at least.
80 million, we're not paying 150.
So
I saw Lewis discuss this yesterday.
Discuss what?
The Declan Rice price.
Oh, Declan Rice. Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening.
If it happens, it's not happening this season. It might happen next season.
Yeah. I mean, this summer, no chance.
Unless Rice puts request.
I was gonna say the only way
not doing that though.
The only way it would happen this summer is if we didn't have other players we need to get. I've said this because of the if Rice was the last player we needed to get to complete our team, then I can understand us going to get him no matter what the price is. But considering we need 2 centre backs, arguably 2 forwards, I'd argue 2 wing backs, 1 on either side, and another midfielder, again, like 6 to 8 players. You can't do that with also spending 100 to 150 million on Declan Rice. You cannot
Here's the problem with getting Rice next season. For example, if we not signing anybody midfielders, like you said, and Rice is not coming this season, what will and we will not, and what's his name? Conte and Jorginho will not sign the extension. Then we will be forced into buying in midfielder next season. That will actually makes even worse for Chelsea because every club will know that we need a midfielder.
Yeah,
the price can go even worse.
But if we do other areas of business this summer, it means that we're only focused on the midfield next summer. So that might work in our favour as well. Because we're not able to look up.
This problem is as a result of the previous regime. We ideally shouldn't be in the situation we are in, but it's because we pissed around and didn't offer contracts and did all that nonsense previously. So now we have to. But ideally, if we'd done what we should have done as a club, we shouldn't be going and getting centre backs because our centre backs should be sorted. But we're now forced to get centre backs because of the previous regime.
Question: why didn't we sort that contract situation in 2 years ago?
Because they were trying to sell them.
2 years ago, Rudiger looked like it wasn't good enough for us anyway. So
that's what makes people think.
We're trying to sell him.
What makes people think Rice will put in a transfer request anyway? He's proper West Ham. So why would he do that?
Their captain, he ain't going anywhere.
Exactly.
He's wants to leave. He's not going to force his way out. Yeah. He will happily leave on a free.
He's West Ham.
And I've said already, for West Ham, it makes so much more sense for them to run his contract down.
He's got the West Ham DNA.
It's the exact. It's not the exact same, but it's a similar situation to the Palace and Zaha thing. They had no reason to sell him, so they could just say we want 100 million for him.
Well, that's
exactly. It would be better to run down the contract.
Hang on. The difference with Zaha is because Manchester United got 25% sell-on clause to receive. That's why they already priced him at 17, 18 million, and no one touched that because 25% has to go to United. That's why he's never moved from. That's why I never understand him signing that new contract. You know, and then
Ian Matson going to final.
But, who?
That's a
Madsen's
good
going to
move.
final.
That's a good move for them. He'll be starting for them.
On a permanent, not a loan.
That's fine.
Oh, just for the Cobham stand. I just wanted to.
release
And we're going to bring in a Spanish prospect from Barcelona. It's going to really piss them off. In the same position.
Yes.
What was that?
Yes.
We're going to bring in a Spanish prospect at left back from La Masia.
Is it
Who is it?
No, is it?
It's Alex Balde.
Alejandro Balde.
Yeah.
We're going to bring him in and let
We need
an
some
academy
depth on that
person sign
left
on.
wing back. Marcos Alonso's going to leave soon anyway. We need some
I'm
depth.
so glad that cockroach can get out of this club. I'll celebrate the day he leaves.
Oh, he's
Same,
gone.
man.
He
Celebration.
is gone.
Once he's holding the Barcelona shirt,
Yep,
we
I'm
will
waiting for that.
celebrate.
His
your
name
boy
has
is
been
too
removed
close,
from his locker at
Well,
Chelsea
you know what?
Football Club.
I'll give leeway. He might do a U-turn.
He has no locker at Chelsea.
Werner, Kepa, and
Get
Alonso
my ass
living in the
off,
same summer. I
Kepa's
might go into a
acting
joy
like he
coma.
wants to stay.
I might go into a coma at this rate.
I don't think
Joy
Kepa
coma.
wants to leave, guys. I don't think he's bothered either way.
But
Because he's going to have to reduce his wage if he
I was going
leaves.
to say, why would he be? My man's on so much money. Why would he want to
Yeah,
leave?
wants
he's
to
rich
play ahead
and
of
no
the
one
World
expects him to
Cup,
play. We all know he's shit, but we just let him exist because maybe it's fine.
Actually, Kepa was as good as Mendy was last year.
No.
Hey, fair enough, man. That's not going to get a couple of minutes in this team, but
That's true.
No, I'm just saying Mendy had a 55% save percentage. We need to bring somebody in to compete with him. If it's not Kepa, you need to bring somebody else in.
I don't think
can't-
that's a problem for this summer, personally.
I think they'll wait the next. I think they
We have
might
so
wait
many
the next.
other-
I was going to say, if we like, I was going to say, we're talking about getting a goalkeeper that needs to compete with Kepa, and it's like we're looking at like nearly 10 like we're getting to 9-10 signings. We just want a whole new team, do we?
Hey,
Like a
man.
whole new squad.
Welcome to American sports, Scott. They'll rotate
Yeah.
10 players in
Right.
one summer, no problem. Welcome
I
to
just
American
find
sport,
it
my
so
friend.
funny.
Yeah, y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
Seen
We
nothing yet, man.
Americans
I
invented
find
this
it so
assembly
funny.
line,
Todd
so
Bowley
we're
invited
gonna be
Ryan
putting people on the
Rodgers
assembly line and putting parts
last
on them,
week.
going down.
Exactly. Don't get too attached to some of these players because they may not be here. Like
Werner
next
was sitting
year.
in Todd Bowley's box at Dodger Stadium last week, and now he found out he might be going to Juve.
Yeah.
Old world, man.
Oh, watch
I'll
out,
tell you right now,
Mason
Bowley does
Mount.
not
He was in
care
the
about
Dodgers
sentiment.
game yesterday.
100%.
He does not care about sentiment. If you ain't gonna sign, if you're not gonna sign an extension for Chelsea Football Club, he'll get rid of you. I don't care what the name on the back of the jersey is. If Thomas Tuchel does not want you at the club, you're gone. He is gonna back the manager before the players.
This man's trying to bring the swap deal back. He's trying to trade players in.
Well, like we have so
Anyone
many players on.
come in, guys. Come in.
We have so many players on stupid wages. You kind of have to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, people are like, oh, I don't want Ligt. I'm like, if he gets Werner out of here, I don't give a fuck.
I don't care, man. You get Werner out.
And I don't know where people get the stick on De Ligt, but he is not the kid that went to Juve. He is actually wearing a captain's armband when Chiellini is not on the pitch. So
I can't lie, it really does confuse me why they'd let him go. They'd be left with like two centre backs, and one of those is Daniel Rugani.
It's because he
they
don't
don't want to let
resign.
him go, but he's not signing he's declined to sign an extension, and he wants to go. He's told him he wants out.
Didn't they offer him less wages to get? I read some part. They offered
Yes.
him less wages to get rid of the actual buyout clause, or
No.
it's a new deal, but they want to extend it to 130 million euros.
They want 130. He wants 80.
Yeah, it's like, and they offered him less wages as well to do that. So it's
Yeah,
like-
so he wants out. Werner wants out. It's just a natural swap. They need
prospect.
We need to let, and we don't need Werner.
they need Werner because they've got Dybala leaving. They've got Kulusevski is gone.
Well, he's
They've
on loan
got
for another year, isn't he? Definitely, yeah. So it's like,
and Chiesa is coming off an injury.
yeah.
Also,
So
I
they've
think they
got
want to get rid
Vlahovic and who?
Is it
Morata, but I don't think
yeah.
I don't know if Allegri is like still
He
wants
doesn't.
to.
He doesn't want Morata.
He doesn't want Morata at all.
And then they're already shopping Morata around. He
That's
had
like-
links with
Rumors
Arsenal.
Morata goes to Arsenal.
I know that was.
No, he
So-
can't. He's not Brazilian. He's not Brazilian, Alex. He's not Brazilian. Arsenal, he's not Brazilian.
Yeah, he speaks Spanish and not Portuguese.
Yeah, so he can't go there.
Puta madre.
Portuguese is a little bit different.
Brilliant.
Thanks for
Brilliant
that.
Spanish there, Pato.
Spanish, right?
Did he just say Cinque de Madre?
He said
Puta
puta
madre.
madre.
Puta madre.
Yeah,
Oh.
puta de madre.
Spanish.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah, so it's Cinque de
my
Madre.
days.
Look it up. I only know cuss words, so.
Hey, where's Classref on a day like
So
today?
it's super tua mai.
I know,
He's
Class
worse
Rep
than
would just be
Pato.
the icing
He's-
on the cake, but he ain't here.
He's in a
He
corner.
would have already
he's in a corner of
messaged
his
me if
room.
he was.
Class
He's in
riff
the corner
life.
of his room shaking. That's what he's doing with the bird.
Where's Classref? Because he would convince me that it's Kai Havertz's fault that Werner's going to Juve.
I think you
Yeah.
know. Does
Oh,
anybody else
no,
have?
we need Class Rep on. I just realised he's a Werner stan. Damn it.
Does anybody else follow
Listen,
or have a
leave
named Max
Cosmo
following?
alone, man.
Who? Sorry, Jester. Sorry,
Maxim?
Pato was saying-
Nope.
Is it
I think
Maxim
I know
that
who-
has a big long tag at the end?
think I know who you're on about. I
that's
blocked him.
Class Riff. I think that's
Oh,
Class Riff because
it
he's
might be.
always
I've got-
talking about how shit Havertz is and Havertz makes Werner look bad. Dude, it's a thing.
Nah,
I
remember,
don't.
Classref's not on social media. He's
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Level
not
of
on
Or maybe not as Class Riff, maybe as
Oh, no,
somebody
he's got
else.
Instagram. He's got Instagram.
Nah,
Hey,
guys,
bring
he told us he
Class
wasn't on
in,
social media.
man.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Hey.
Oh my
Actually,
god!
there's a segment of German fans.
Yeah,
that
don't bring
actually
that guy again,
blame
Lewis.
Havertz for Werner being not being
Oh,
good.
he just popped back
It's
in.
a thing.
I'll put the link in the chat.
Why, what happened?
No, he just doesn't say anything.
You know,
Yeah,
he's just weird yesterday. Like he's playing
who's
something.
this guy?
Oh right.
Oh my days. Why we
Oh,
What was
there
that?
he goes.
man?
And there he goes.
So I got a question, panel. Everyone keep talking that we need a big squad. All I'm hearing is people want all these midfielders to go when we haven't signed anyone in. I think that's a bit contradictory, isn't it?
Well, because we have midfielders on loan that coming into the squad.
But they don't play in the same position as the one that we have. You can't tell me we bring in Gallagher. Where is he going to play? We need
In the
In the
pivot.
midfield.
In the pivot.
Oh god,
that's horrible.
No,
Look, that's according to Tuchel. And if we're going to back Tuchel, he sees Connor as a direct Conte replacement. Those are his words.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say
Yes,
that.
he did.
Can I just
Yes,
say
he
this?
did.
Where did he say that? Give me an article or a video, an interview of Tuchel saying Gallagher.
Can I just say before?
Tuchel out, guys.
That's
Telling you right now.
bro.
Can I just say as well? This idea that you can say that we can back the manager and also like have your own opinion on something. Like we can say back the manager, but also if he wants to put Gallagher in the pivot, that's a stupid idea.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be like sheep-like and we back everything he does. Like you can have your own opinion. To, like
Yes, but opinions are like assholes. Everybody has them, and they all stink.
Yeah,
I will go with what Tuchel thinks about a player. Tuchel obviously has more football knowledge than anybody on the panel. He's a coach at one of the biggest teams in the world. So if Tuchel says Conor Gallagher is my Conte replacement, he can play. I see him as a 6. Then who are we to say he's wrong?
Hang on.
He said he'd be a bit part player, though, didn't he?
Tuchel never said he want Gallagher as a Kante replacement. He never said. I haven't seen any interview or any.
Well, Google it.
No, I've Googled it. Come on. No manager. Will
First
ever
of all,
find
can
it.
you Google Wi-Fi speed? Because you're breaking, man. Your Wi-Fi speed is mad, man. Like you glitching when you talk.
No, I wasn't talking. I was listening. I wasn't talking. I was listening to Jester. Is it better?
When you are talking, your
I'll be
internet
happy
is.
to buy someone's Ethernet cable, you know.
Oh, I don't know because I'm right next to.
No,
the
now it's better. Now it's better.
Oh,
Shit sound like a 1800s record, man.
Okay. 1800 record. All right, that's
Yes,
a new one on me.
yes, sir, Timo Werner. These nuts.
By the way, Mr. Rizzi, we saw your face on the stream.
These
If you think you're hiding it, we already saw it. So.
No, Alex, you bully.
Good Alex, man.
You scared
You
him.
bully,
I
man.
didn't bully, man.
But he just he stayed a
Hey,
fact.
we saw your face, bruv, and then you just.
Let's have it.
What's wrong with you, man?
No,
You know.
he came in on the space.
Oh shit!
Peter, it's your fault. You talk to him, Peter.
I got this. I got this.
You ain't even on Instagram anymore. What the fuck? Hey, Klasref, what are you telling me about the Werner news, bro?
Fata, shut up throughout all of this.
Wer Matthias de Ligt oder was? Leider ist es so, 70 Millionen Euro ist leider so viel. It's just too much.
Stangen, circle.
70, like 100 million for Matthias de Ligt is a bit too much.
Is it? Because we pretty much have to pay that price to get rid of Werner anyway, so we're getting him for free, brother.
Werner doesn't speak Italian language. He's not gonna go to like he speaks
English.
He speaks German and English. He's not going. How about like Ziyech and Broja going to Juve? Because
wait,
There's Aguero all didn't speak English.
Yep.
Klasref, do Ziyech and Broja speak Italian? If not, why should we send them instead?
Broja, I think Broja speaks a bit of Italian. I think he's Armenian or Albanian.
He's Albanian, bro. He's Albanian, which...
Well, I don't think so, but the people in Albania...
Do we need to... Klasref, can I ask a question? Do we need to explain geography
Italian,
to you now?
they speak like their Germanic language that they have.
No, listen, if where's the Mineral FC? First of all, I've got something on my chest. I need to take it out because it's been on.
Somebody come on your chest or something.
No, like, if Mineral FC is watching, listen. Remember, like when Lukaku did that interview, I was one of the first guy who had a rant on Gemstream, like, get the fuck out of this club. And then it took dominoes effect. And then me and Mineral were on Instagram talking about how, you know, we can't have this guy. But I had a change of mind in a 1 week time. A change of a mind in 1 week time because I was getting a lot of abuse. I was just trying to protect Mineral FC because he was doing too much. But to be honest, I would not even piss on Lukaku grave, to be honest. I wouldn't even piss on Lukaku grave. The Mineral FC thinks that I throw him under the bus. I never throw. Listen, I've never thrown. Johnny and I have a difference. I've never thrown him under the bus. But he thinks I've thrown him under the bus. I haven't.
We do not care. We could not care less.
I wouldn't piss on Lukaku.
I'm about to go buy a bus just so I can run over people with
it. No one cares. What do you think about Werner and Juve?
So many voices.
Werner did this, absolute smashing photo session with Dodger. It was his holiday, and everybody in America knew who Timo Werner is. Like, probably got like 35k plus likes, 5,000, I think, probably retweets or something like that. My team was telling me that. And then you get like Mason Mount does that same copy of Werner, and he sadly gets only 12k likes. And then Mason Mount and people asking, who the fuck is this fucking guy? You know, with that regular face. Nobody knows in America who the fuck Mason Mount is. So he gets 13 likes, and then DiMarzio tweets that Juve are looking to sign Werner. Werner would never fucking go. DiMarzio is fucking Mason Mount, whatever. He works for Sky Sports. So this, I don't take this fucking serious. I think Ziyech might be looking to go to Juve, or probably Broja might be looking as a deal with the
respectfully on the Werner Mount thing, respectfully, no one gives a fuck. Secondly, AC Milan are in for Ziyech, not Juve.
I'm too much into these things. If you try to put, listen, why would Timo Werner be linked with, Juventus? Because Fabrizio never tweeted about Werner. The only guy that tweeted was DiMarzio, and everybody started having the dominoes effect. Oh, Werner is in the deal. Juve cannot sign Werner. Werner is really expensive. If De Ligt is about like 100 million, then Werner is 110 million on the market.
Shut up.
So even if we sign
one question, would you go?
If we can like sign De Ligt for. Sorry, if we sign it for 100 million, we still have 100 million
left. Would you go with Timo Werner if he lives?
Pasha, if I have a question, who do you think earns more weekly? Matthijs de Ligt or Timo Werner?
Who?
Who earns more weekly right now on their current contract?
Listen, with Werner is the same thing. It's like a posh boy going to state school. Like everybody's after him. After his wages.
Answer the goddamn is the answer.
Answer the question, Classic.
Listen. Who do you think earns more, De Ligt or Werner?
Why would I go to Werner's wages? I don't care.
Answer the question.
No, because you just said Werner's too expensive. Who do you think earns more, De Ligt or Werner right now?
Like it's just not about wages, does it?
Do you know how to answer questions? Do you know how conversations?
I think De Ligt earns less than you. I could be wrong.
No, the point is De Ligt earns more. So to say
you're like Alex, what was his name? Andrew and Petros. You're going at me. You need to start frothing each other. Froth each other.
Hey, you know what? You know what, class ref?
Why are we talking about throwing?
I don't know.
Yeah, just froth each other. If you want to have a go at me, just froth each other.
What's frothing?
It's what he says he wants to do to Werner all the time.
Yeah, it's what Werner wants to do.
But what is that?
Don't ask
well,
him, please.
Andrew, you're not going to do that. If Petros is asking me something and you're behind the Petros, let's answer the question. Just froth him.
Froth him.
What is a frothing? What is that?
I can speak to him if you want.
Let me know what it is. What is it? Define the action.
No. Let's stay on topic here. Anyways,
I need a dictionary definition here.
Your boy's getting shipped to Turin. How does that make you feel?
Now, if he wants to leave, he would probably leave to Madrid or Bayern Munich or Liverpool or
never taking him. Madrid are never taking him.
Atletico Madrid in 1860 Munich. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, whatever. You guys are heard. Mason Mount got the likes. Who else? Pulisic never got the like. He's on Dodger, Saudi. Listen, I said I would piss on. Listen. Wait. Let me talk. I said I'll piss on Lukaku's grave, and the next guy I'm gonna actually piss on who's his grave. He has a lost opportunity. This is actually Pulisic because his dad keeps on tweeting about random shit. If he's trying to do some sort of he's creating some sort of no harmony in the dressing room, the Pulisic should be the next target.
Are you complaining about somebody talking about random shit? Is that you who's making this complaint right now? Are we sure that's happening?
I mean, there's something called loyalty, right? If Ziyech obviously was messing around with Lukaku when Lukaku was doing all the shit, and Werner was kind of defending us. Listen, you're asking me if Werner is going to Juve. You're asking me if Werner is going to Juve. I said to you, he's not going to Juve.
So when he goes to Juve, what will you do if he goes to Juve? Classroom.
Become a Juve.
Yeah, he's not going to Juve.
No, he's saying what if?
What do you mean by what if? When something happens, it happens. Why are you asking me right now?
Why do you keep then saying?
What will your reaction be if Timo Werner is wearing a Juventus shirt in a week or two?
I will lose trust in Tuchel.
Maybe he'll get playing time then, brother. Don't you want your boy?
So Werner leaving would make you Tuchel out.
Yeah, because I prefer my manager to be not a people pleaser, more of an antagonist rather than a protagonist. For me, Werner leaving would be he's probably going to be a people pleaser.
Werner is the worst attacker. Werner is the worst attacker I've ever seen at Chelsea Football Club.
Not for me.
Lukaku and
He's the worst.
Hold on a second.
Most technically limited.
I prefer my manager to be
You already took all out since last season.
Yeah, because if he's a people pleaser, then
my biggest question for class ref is where the money for my vacation? That's number one. Number two, would we lose you as a fan when Timo Werner leaves?
Listen, no, I'll be coming here.
Proper fucking Chelsea class ref. Let's go. Proper
No,
chill.
listen.
Okay.
How can listen? If Ziyech probably is going because he's a Lukaku camp, right?
No, you didn't
Then
answer my second question. Where's the money for my vacation?
Then Broja. No, I'm just being like, listen, the Broja thing.
My God,
Broja is
that's
not
what
ready
Worms
for
feels
Premier
like.
League, right? How can you just have one striker in your team and go to the next season? It doesn't
Havertz
sound
and
right,
Broja
does
would be
it?
two
Because we're not going to play with strikers.
If the other
we already
striker
have
is
exactly.
Werner, we basically have one
And then
striker already, brother.
if you sign the Ligt for 70 million or 80 million, whatever, and then
That's
ship
what we're doing.
Ziyech, then you still have one. You can still sign Kunde for 40, 50 million, right? And then you can bring the players, midfielders and wingers who can be adopted like Mason Mount. Mason Mount is a kind of like an 8, false 8, right? You can kind of like go in the market. Wait. You can go into the market, go get someone like Hakan Changalu or Yakin Korea or someone who can play in a midfield and in attack, because you need 5 subs, right? So you need players who are versatile, and you can get them for 25, 35, 40 million, and you are in the 200 million budget.
Right,
And this is why
And you're not
incentives
going to
are
lose
illegal.
Werner. Werner kind of like penetrates the attack. Does he? Does he
Oh
not
my
penetrate?
God.
I've got 2 questions. One, can you say that name again? Hakan what?
Hakan Changalu.
What?
Chaganoglu, yeah, Chaganoglu, yeah.
That one.
Talking about
Second.
Hakan Çalhanoğlu. He used to play.
That's the one.
Hakan Changalu. Listen, Turkish. He's a Turkish. Listen, he's a Turkish, and that's how you say Hakan Changalu.
I know what he is. I know where he's from. Second question, because I don't think Peter's heard this before.
You're the one who said Matthias de Ligt. De Ligt is not de Ligt, it's de Ligt.
Thank you for the pronunciation lesson. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Because Peter hasn't heard it before, would you mind explaining to the panel again what a false 8 is, please?
No, listen. You've got like you can go 2 years back into the streams.
Oh
and
wait,
you would know
I remember. Correct me if I'm right. The false 8 is a midfielder that isn't asked to defend, but he's asked to shoot.
No,
no. He has to defend, but rather than tackling, he needs to be around those Kovacic and Jorginho guy to close the distance. And as soon as the ball goes to Jorginho or Kovacic, wait, listen, let me explain,
I couldn't hold my drink.
Listen, it was my mistake to bring false into like you guys. I never intended it.
Yeah, we don't know football.
Oh,
exactly. You know football, but you watch it differently. I watch it differently.
You watch it through your ass.
Listen, you're talking about ass. You probably are shit, and you probably are a result of anal sex. Your mom, your dad did anal sex.
That's too far, man.
You're a result of an anal sex.
You're a result of a scientific mission gone bad, man. That's what you're doing.
And this is why brothers and sisters shouldn't have kids.
You can say that again. Yeah.
Your classwork. Can you apologize for that? I've got young people in the room, man. That's too far.
Well, that's on you, man. That's on you for bringing.
Yeah, no, these streams were never PG. They were never PG.
The guy is obsessed with shit. The guy is obsessed with shit. Like probably as a result of that. Yeah, whatever. How come this guy Andrew is all about talking about money, and all he used to do last year? Oh, it's not your fucking money. Now 275 for you is a hurt.
I tell you what,
you offended with 275, and all you used to say, "Oh, it's not our money, it's yours money."
Lazarus came back with chest.
I don't care what someone earns if they do their job properly. And Timo Werner is the worst footballer I've ever seen play for Chelsea.
It's just your active vendetta, which is the novel you can make you older before your age.
I don't care what you fucking say either, okay?
Sometimes you hit the brake so hard and it doesn't fall, and you're trying to do it, it's not gonna fall. I don't know how many years you're gonna give it more. Like you tried your best with Alonso and Jorginho, right? You tried your best with Alonso and Jorginho, and it's been fucking over a decade.
He's gone in 2 weeks, Werner. So
you can do. right. If he goes, he'll go when he goes, right?
I don't
When
get
I
it.
the
want you to
system
come on. I
doesn't
want you to
want
come
him.
on stream and apologise if he goes. That's what I want you to come on stream.
For
and do.
what? For
For your-
what? For winning
your
us the Champions
bullshit
League, for
propaganda.
scoring 27
For
goals
saying
in
that
this
you were wrong.
Propaganda.
For being wrong.
27 goals, brother. He scored like 18 in his entire fucking Chelsea career. Let's be real.
Yeah, because he was an inside forward, and what
No,
about
because he's shit and he can't put the
has
ball
he
in the net.
fulfilled his
That's why.
contract?
God
His
bless him,
contract
brother.
is 4.5 years. Has he fulfilled his contract yet?
He
Obligation.
won't be because he'll be
People,
leaving
hit
this
the like
summer.
button.
Yeah, this is a
How
Hall
do
of Fame stream. You better
Yeah,
smash the
get up
like.
200 likes. Get to 200. Almost there.
Yeah, there was like 350 people watching and 120 likes when I hopped in. People are stingy.
Oi, you lot, take the piss, man. Just because we're Chelsea,
Oh.
don't mean we have to have a conversion rate like Chelsea. Now, smash the likes up.
Hey, I'm not gonna
Fucking
lie,
hell.
Lewis. If we were at 1 and 3, we'd have won the league. I
So
guarantee you.
you're gonna have a guy who's really used to Premier League like Raheem Sterling or somebody like Dembele over Werner.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
They are
Doesn't make
20.
sense.
They are 20.
I'll
They are
take you
20
over Werner.
times the player of
I'll
I will
take
take
you over
either of their
Werner.
significant others over Werner at this point. I don't give a
But
fuck.
Werner is used, like Werner is in the process with Tuchel, right? 2 years,
Okay.
he's in the process. He knows what Tuchel wants.
Klasrev,
So you're gonna have a
He's
guy.
not doing it then.
Klasrev. Never mind Usman. I take fucking Musa Dembele over Werner.
I will take Alex from this panel over Werner.
Bro,
I'll take you,
bro,
Klasrev.
how can you take Musa Dembele when you're the one who fucking defends Lukaku?
What?
Kaka, you're the guy who defends Lukaku, right? Everywhere.
Also, serious question. Do you know who Musa Dembele is?
Listen, I don't know about Musa Dembele, but there's a guy.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what?
There's a. Listen, is there any American here, like on the stream? Jester, are you from America?
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
he's from America.
No.
Well done.
You
know where-
Nothing.
No,
I just
you
wanna-
know
no,
I'm
no,
from
no, no.
America. What do you want?
I just want to. I want to ask you, how do you say it's Spurs, like Tottenham Hotspur? How do you pronounce it?
What?
How do you pronounce Tottenham
Why?
Hotspur?
The same way we all do.
No, there's a guy who's I don't know how you pronounce it, but can you pronounce Tottenham Hotspur for me, please?
Tottenham Hotspur.
It's Tottenham. Okay.
Well, you got it, Kaspev. You got him to say it.
There's an
you
American
pronounced
guy
it correctly, my
who
guy.
says-
Pick up
who
yourself.
says
Come on, bro.
Tottenham. So probably, I don't know. Anyways, listen, I've got a class. I need to run. I need to coach my football players. So
No
I'm
way,
gonna be
no
back
way
next
in hell,
week.
no way on God's green earth are you a football coach.
Yeah,
I
he's-
refuse to believe that.
Bro, listen. Wait till I'm in this program. Like a lot of young people are becoming coaches in Austria. Wait
No,
10,
same
15
to
years. You'll be watching me
That's
in
why they're not-
Bundesliga.
Hey, what a World
Right,
Cup for
I'll be
Austria.
in Austin Bundesliga soon.
What a
Can I
World
get
Cup
your
for
Anyways,
thoughts on-
I gotta
can I
go.
get your thoughts on the false goalkeeper role, Kasper?
Yeah, false goalkeeper. You're a false panelist.
Klasrev, I look forward to you managing Florensdorf or whatever they're called. Chat if anyone knows that reference as well, or in the Austrian second division.
No, yeah, second division. Yeah, they have 12 teams. Well, you know,
So-
I actually manage under 12 Florensdorf team.
Hey, Klasrev.
Right,
In
we're not
17
going personal.
In 17-18, Raheem Sterling
Yeah.
in 33 Premier League games had 33 goal contributions.
Yeah,
So you're saying
amazing.
he's not better than Timo Werner.
I'll tell you why. Because everybody in this team says, everybody in this panel says, Pulisic, if he goes to Liverpool, he'll ball out. They say if Werner goes to City, he'll ball out. If Mace, everybody says that, right? Everybody says that.
We never
Almost
say that about
everybody.
Well,
So-
I don't even think half of us would say that.
Right? So if Raheem Sterling comes to our system, he might not ball out like he balls out in City.
I'm just saying that if you have a chance to get somebody who has scored, has a goal contribution for every game they played in a certain season in the Premier League, right?
Yeah,
and that's
I would love
and that's
to-
his
I
best.
would love to
Then
have Raheem
he's
Sterling.
somebody who can do it in this league. and he's
Yeah,
proven
this
he
was
can
just a
do it.
banter, Jester. I told everybody I love Raheem Sterling.
He did say
Oh, okay.
I
He
would
did
have
say
it.
that. He
I would
did say
have it.
that.
It was just a banter. I was just like comparing Werner with that.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I gotta go, guys.
Hey, thank God, man.
Okay, guys, have fun.
We love you, Kazrev.
I hope you win your
Great
game.
stream, my guy. Big up.
Remember,
so much. I
those
don't know.
players are just in your head. You're playing with yourself.
Pause.
You know what's funny? You know what's hold on. I gotta say that. I gotta say
It
that.
almost got us canceled today, at least.
I gotta say
That was an
something. I
experience.
gotta say something. There's somewhere in the chat. Duoscope was complaining why he got kicked out for £100 and Class Ref is not. Because Class Ref is better than you, man.
So Goyam says cornhole
Oh,
love is
hold
true
on,
love.
hold on. Timo,
I
what was
don't
that
understand
for?
what cornhole is, but
I know what
Cornhole is a game you play. It's
No,
like
guys, that's not. We're not talking about actual cornhole. It's very obvious what the reference is because
I was talking about the sport. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
No, I know. Oh my god!
I know what he's talking about. Yeah.
I think Alex gets it. Oh man!
Do you
No,
guys?
I know what he's talking about. I'm just
We're gonna
being.
leave that one there. We appreciate the super chat, but we're not gonna expand. We're not gonna expand on this one, guys.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh
Do you
my
guys
god.
feel that Sterling is coming to Chelsea? I feel like he might be using Chelsea to get a bigger contract. I don't think City will, after selling Jesus, are in a position to get rid of Sterling. That's just in my opinion.
They want Felix, so they need to sell to get him.
They literally got Jack Grealish, Haaland, and Bernardo Silva, and what's his name?
Phil Foden.
Yeah, Phil Foden. That's it.
And
Got
Mahrez.
Alvarez.
Yeah, and Mahrez. Yeah, they got a lot.
I'm still not convinced. Sterling is coming. I just don't think he's coming.
I do. I actually think I am more and more convinced by every day goes by that he's coming.
Well, I just don't think. I just think Sterling will stay with City for one more year, going free.
Yeah.
Oh no. Go ahead.
I think he wants to start. I think he wants to be a crucial part of a squad, and he's
That's on
not that at
Sterling.
Man City. And so he wants to come and play. He wants to be the man to show that he's not just a assistant player or a bit part
I
player.
all understand it. I understand it. I just don't.
But it has been 2 hours, folks, and
Oh,
Jester needs to go eat. So,
Hey,
and
thumbs up,
Breakfast
man.
of Champions, Cheetos,
Big up.
Cheez-Its.
no, I'm gonna eat some
Yeah,
cold pizza with pineapple on it.
Oh no!
Hey, let's go. Let's
You
go.
disgusting-
Let's go. Everybody
No,
knows
there's no
pineapple
left
is the best topping on pizza.
Let's
Guys, all you
go.
people who hate pineapple on pizza just hate fun things. I get it.
No,
There you go.
Hey, big
fucking
up,
weirdo.
big up
Yeah.
pineapple pizza, man.
Hey,
That
shut
is
the fuck
nice.
up, Vitor. Fuck you.
Right. Yeah, it's been a mad stream. Fucking ridiculous. Hey, big up Dom in the comment section as well. I hope you were there for all of that chaos.
Batter puts cornholes on his.
I would like to address the Thunder Road in the chat. Hold that, you pussy-o.
This one. Oh no.
For commenting on our streams before.
Oh, God knows what he said. Yeah, we didn't even go into the Ziyech news at one point, but yeah.
Hey, let's go, man.
Let's go to you, baby. Lyrics after.
Yeah, Ziyech handed in a transfer request himself and has been pushing a move to AC Milan single-handedly, the same way Lukaku's been doing. So likely that he's going to be leaving as well. Looking to be a loan with an potential option to buy, I think, for 20 million euros.
But
Would prefer it to be an obligation, but is what it is.
The difference between him and Lukaku, though, he didn't go around and made an interview
doing,
and
Lewis?
down tools. He actually played well. Kinda. He didn't really. If you watch the last few games, he was our most productive player. When Ziyech.
In a full, yes. And I would want to keep him for versatility, but
I'm just saying
you don't want to be here. It is what it is.
He had a good January and start of February, and that was it this season.
And a good April.
You have to run a form.
April. I really after we lost to Madrid, I really lost interest. So.
Yeah.
Well, we hyped up like runs of form from Werner, from Havertz, from Mount. The same thing for Ziyech. He had a run of form, and then that was it.
With Ziyech, though, first thing I want to say to my guy Snoop as an AC Milan, hold that because he's going in instead of Renato Sanchez. So you can hold that.
Hey,
Snoop.
perfect.
Second of all, if he goes, he goes. That's fine. Obligation, whatever, application, moderation. I don't care what it is at the end of the contract.
We've lost better player in the past.
Yeah, we've lost better players in the past. Exactly right. We've lost better players in the past. So no skin off my nose, man. I'm really disappointed. I thought he would be better, and that's maybe the circumstances of how we play. But you know, it's one of those, isn't it?
Yeah. In a 4 week, would have seen a completely different player.
yeah,
but we
yeah,
just don't
yeah.
play like that.
It's gonna
So
get more
it's
time.
fair.
It's gonna get more time.
Ziyech is the only one. I genuinely feel like the formation change and the managerial swap, like, completely ruined his Chelsea career.
Completely.
He's the only one who I can hear the argument for. He probably would benefit from a system change.
From a formation change. The rest of them,
every other one can get fucked.
Yeah,
the rest of them,
he's
like,
the
no
only one.
mistake. But with Ziyech,
That's why with Ziyech, just more like I accept it. Plus, a decent wage, easy.
And to be fair, like that move to AC Milan makes so much sense. Like it just on all levels. I was going to say he fits in for them. He'll get so much time. He's got Giroud to work with, who works with the way he wants to play.
Yeah.
Plus with other players like Leao in terms of how much of a goal scorer he is. It just
he's gonna have
on
so
every
many
level,
assists.
it just makes sense. It just
guys,
makes sense.
also for Milan, because they played Salamakers a lot of time at right wing in the 4-2-3-1. Like they were dying in terms of like production and consistency on the right side. So if he went there, he would definitely be starting.
Yeah,
right?
He's going to get so many assists. He's going to get so many assists.
That is not United. I will hate
Keep in mind also with the World Cup in the middle of the season.
Just
Morocco
send you
are in
DM,
the World
Lewis.
Cup. Ziyech
I saw this one earlier as well. He's
He's not going to the World Cup. He's not going to the World Cup.
because his coach is still there, right?
Yeah, because fuck, what's he called?
Mistake, guys, that coach gets fired. Ziyech's back.
Yeah,
make no mistake. Like he retired at 29. There'll be another World Cup when he's 33.
Are you not tired of removing and adding that kid all the time, Lewis? The kid just comes in and doesn't speak.
Hey, Lewis, bring up Prime's last comment.
The Serie A will have a Lukaku, Tammy, Giroud, and Werner golden boot race. No, it will have a Tammy and Giroud golden boot race. Let's call it what it is.
No, you want Lukaku to be on
you want Lukaku
goals,
in
isn't
there,
it? You
bro.
want him to bang in 30 next year.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with him again next season.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, we're not. He'll score 25, and then he'll get his loan.
He'll go on
with
another
some
loan,
obligation
and
to
then
buy
we'll
out.
sell him in 24. We'll sell him in 24.
He'll do an interview saying like he always dreams of coming back to Chelsea or something. Mason Mount, wait there, bro. I'm coming.
I think Dubois tweeted out something about that, and it was before Ziyech. Obviously, this stuff came out with the transfer. It was like, "Oh, Ziyech coming to Inter? No, stay at Chelsea. I'll be back there. I'll be back there soon or something."
And now just replace it. Stay there, Cho. Stay there, Cho. I'll be back in 3 years, Cho.
No. We're gonna send Cho after the. We're gonna send Cho
it.
to Italy.
Are we?
No,
Send him anyway.
Alex is hoping for it.
I'm hoping.
We'll just send them all to Italy. We're sending everyone to Italy. We're just
I was
sending
gonna say, like, are we just gonna farm out our entire team to
yeah,
Serie A?
Ruben Loftus-Cheek next to Lazio, Emerson.
Like Emerson,
just go, yeah.
maybe Jorginho,
Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Tammy went, Werner's going, Ziyech going.
Then we're gonna get accused of washing. Then we get accused of
one of our
laundry.
ex-managers is there. Conte might
Chelsea's gonna
quit Tottenham and go back. Like,
Chelsea's gonna have the biggest influence on Serie A than any club in history. That's what they're gonna have.
Here's what's gonna happen. What's his name? Conte is gonna quit Tottenham, go to some other Serie A team. The second year, he will get Lukaku on the options to buy, a lot of options to buy.
you know what? Our best chance of Lukaku getting bought is Conte getting mad at Tottenham and walking away.
That's what I'm saying.
So that second match of the season, we need to win. I'm telling you.
Tottenham, 100%.
Well, that and if Conte goes anywhere, he'll bring Lukaku.
Damn, Durascope. Damn.
Him and Fat are having their own little thing in the comments section.
Hey, I don't have beef, man. I'm just me, man. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
he's just lit.
This guy speaks more in the
He's
comments than he
still
does on
drunk, that's
stream. What's going on?
I'm sorry. Hey, Lewis told me to drink water. Yeah, I'm already like half this bit now.
That's not water.
That's not enough.
That's not water. Don't try.
not
it,
helping.
man. Yeah,
That's
that's,
vodka.
that's not water. That's a vodka lemonade or something in there. I think you have got beef. I think you have got beef with what Durascope said in his last comment. I think you have got beef.
Hey, I got no heart. I got no beef with those people. But I'm just
I understood about 4 words of that sentence right there.
At least
I don't know
4,
if
yeah.
I actually didn't understand the word he said.
Yeah, wait, what?
Wait, so do I
I thought I was the only one. What?
Wait, you told me to drink like 4 water, man. Like,
For water. What's the for water?
No, we didn't tell you to drink 4 of them. We said drink some water.
I think StreamYards needs to introduce like subtitles.
Oh, never mind.
Or something like this, like live, closed captioning,
They actually have on YouTube.
And that's what I mean. Yeah, have a YouTube. Yeah, I just think for fatter.
Hey, Timo, how was the Tinder swiping last night, bro? This guy told us he was on Tinder while he's on stream.
Oh, that's
I'm not making
Did
this up.
Did he swipe panelists right and left or something?
He said he couldn't speak because he was on Tinder. I'm like, those are not mutually exclusive events. Like, you can definitely multitask those. But then so how was it, Timo?
Fatter and multitasking. Come on, man.
Multitasking of what? What did I do?
Exactly.
You know what? I don't think this guy's ears and mouth look at the same time.
Dr. Fatter and the multiverse of tasking. So what was that?
Oh, yep, that's definitely probably what it was. But as far as Ziyech, look, Ziyech wants to play. Like, not everybody leaves in the same circumstances. We'd like to all wrap it up and paint it as the same thing, but Ziyech wants to fucking play, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I want players who want to get their career back on track instead of just are happy to, like, fucking just take all the wages and sit there on the bench for 5 years. Like, I'd rather have a Ziyech than have like a
Marcus Alonso.
You know?
Yeah, I'm just a bit annoyed. Ziyech is going before Alonso. I want Alonso.
He'll go, bro. Trust me, Alonso's going. Alonso's
going.
Down the road.
Market for Ziyech. It's easier
At
to-
least Goonie knows who I am. He doesn't know who the fuck you are.
It's easier to shift to Hakim Ziyech than it is to shift to Marcus Alonso. Also, Barca are in weird, like, debt financial situations.
That's what scares me. I feel like he's gonna stay.
Yeah,
He probably won't. It's with the financial situation. It's Barca. These fuckers always somehow manage to find a way to sign. these people.
I think we reached the peak. I think they reached the peak, Scott. I think we reached the peak. I think this season is gonna be. First of all, La Liga is suffering from the TV rights. They will not get back with that money that TV rights think.
That PVC money that they're hoping for.
Yeah, it's. I think I know what you're saying. There's always been a case with Barcelona get backed by the Bank of Catalonia, but I think it's a little bit too far this time, because there's not only it's not between them and the La Liga. It's the other clubs in La Liga start to push and saying like, what kind of corruption is going on? Why Barcelona has a special privilege? You know what I'm saying? So it's not only that.
I hear what you're saying. Like, I just don't think Barca are a club that the Spanish government will let fail regardless of what happens.
No way. It's a tourist attraction.
But here's the thing. There's a little bit. There's the Spanish versus Catalonia. That's not the same. It's not the same that what you think.
Look, I hear it. Just take our trash players. I don't care what happens.
Yeah. I agree with you, but
they can fail next summer or in the winter or something.
No. It's not like we're gonna get relegated. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not like we're gonna get relegated.
They have a lot of short-term debt coming up.
To get Alonso out, I will gladly take 10 years of IOUs from Barcelona. I don't care. I just
you ain't gonna see that money, mate.
I don't care. Just get it out.
Yeah, same. I don't care. Just get him gone.
I really don't care.
I will give Alonso. I will fly to London. I will pull up the Cobham. I will put Marcus Alonso on my back. I will walk to the fucking airport. I will sit on the plane next to him. I will carry him from the tarmac of the landing plane to wherever the fuck he has to go. I swear to you. I will do it. I don't care if we're gonna lose money on a lot of these players. We're gonna have to take the L.
We're not gonna lose. I think Roman already wrote off a lot of the debt. So any sales that we make this summer, we just need to get rid of them.
I think it means on original pricing of the transfer.
Yeah, original.
I'm talking like on the original scale, but I'm saying like we need to get rid of these players. There's nothing else.
We should be acknowledged that we are going to lose because they're older. So we're never going to get the £22 million back from Alonso.
We already made money back from him. It's not like we're losing money. Yeah. We made money already. So the longer we keep, that's how we're losing the money.
Yeah.
But even for for Werner, for example, we have to get creative with a lot of these high salary players that nobody wants.
which is why the swap deal comes into.
If you asked me 2 months ago, did I really want to Ligt? The answer would have been no. But if this is a scenario, I'll take him.
Yeah,
that's why the swap. That's why I keep saying to people the most realistic way of getting rid of Werner is a swap deal.
No,
Or
but
it's going to be included in a
but
deal
Werner
that he
has to
has.
agree.
Yeah,
has to agree to the wages that Juve will give him.
I
Will he
think
agree?
I think Werner.
No, Werner wants to. Werner wants out, so he will take a pay cut. If he wants
Rodrigo,
out,
Rodrigo,
yeah.
Werner and Ligt are Delict's on 280,000 euros at Juve. Werner's on 200 or 280,000 pounds is the equivalent.
Yeah,
Werner's on
guys,
272,000.
you're a chicken shish now, man.
Even if he agrees to take a pay cut, he is still young enough that if he performs well in Serie A, someone may take a chance later down the road.
Also, I was going to say, this is the same Juve team who might be losing 200k or whatever it is on Delit. They're losing out on Dybala's contract because he's leaving on a free. Rabiot might be leaving. No, they're trying to get rid of Ramsey. They're just going to cancel his contract a year early.
400, right? That's 400.
Yeah, they're in a stage of they're getting rid of all their big contracts.
Yeah.
If they want to in a year's time, Werner can have a
and
big
plus
contract.
Werner.
With all due respect,
into the
into
Germany
Juventus, they are in financial issues at the moment.
Look, Chiesa, that's exactly Timo Werner. That's why they want Timo Werner. That guy that
Werner on PEDs, but yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying, right?
I guess
that type of speedy wide.
Yeah. And plus
That's what they
Werner
want.
needs to play to get into the German team to go to the World Cup. If he stays with Chelsea, he's not going.
Yeah, well, he's going. He's just gonna be.
He's not gonna play regardless. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's not. He's not gonna be a starter. But
I just
what
think,
I'm saying
think
is,
he wants to go. He's had enough. He wants to go.
yeah, he wants to go. He wants to go. That's all it is.
Who can blame
That's
him?
why it's made us shop in an offensive zone.
Yeah.
Because they requested. Ziyech requested to move.
I'm glad
Timo
they
Werner
requested.
requested to move.
I'm glad they requested.
I'm glad too.
What do you think of Lukaku?
I don't think Werner handed in a request though. He was just willing to
Nobody give
Yeah,
them transfer
they lose out,
request,
Lewis.
man.
They lose out.
Yeah.
No, Ziyech did. I think I heard reports saying he did.
No, he just went to
Belongs
Tuchel and said,
rumored
"Look,
for the last, 4 months.
I'm looking for the different challenge."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that he signed the papers and saying, "Look, I'm out."
Listen, if there's a chance, you know, maybe he's had a talk with Tuchel, and Tuchel's gone, do you know what? I'm trying to bring these players in or something like that. You may struggle.
Yeah, no, they're saying he handed in a transfer request.
That's fine, but I want them to do that
man?
as well. I want them to do that as well because then it goes, you know what? At least they're actively trying to leave and not sit there and sulk for 2 years.
Do you think I care if he literally signed the papers that he wants to go, or just told the Tuchel?
No, I just rather he leaves in general.
Yeah.
It's not really that fuss.
I'd rather they're active and leaving than sitting there and doing nothing. That's why, no matter what you think about Lukaku, he was active and leaving. He's a big
The
old
best
shit,
thing he's done at
but
Chelsea.
he's active and leaving. You know what I mean? He's not sitting there, earning 300 odd K and wasting another year. He's gone, and I'm glad.
Oh, Lewis is looking for 100.
Big up my guy, bro. I just popped in the
Nathaniel,
comments.
go fuck yourself, man.
Yeah. Hey, Lewis, just keep bringing up names and see what Fatah's reaction is to the names.
We'll just tell them all to go fuck themselves.
Oh man.
C1 wants the DMs.
You know what? Let's end this show before this thing get out of
Nah, C1 wants to hop in for a little bit, so I'll let him say
End the stream, man. End the stream.
End the stream.
Yeah.
Fuck you, C1.
End the stream, man.
There's gonna be a kids underage here now.
Yeah, there's gonna be lots of underage kids here. Like we don't want that.
What the man?
What the hell, man?
This guy is not safe. He's not safe.
What do you mean I'm not safe? It's a water, bro. What are you on
That's
about?
not water. Don't even.
No. You don't understand why.
Fuck Timo. Fuck Timo.
Hey, bro, switch your stream off in the background, bro.
Hey, kick him out. He never says anything, man.
Oh my days, bro.
I can't even mute his mic, bro.
Wear AirPods to the stream. Hold that.
Yeah,
Fuck Timo, man.
I'll kick him.
I agree.
Bro, you want the fact, bro? On Wednesday, that was a disgusting performance on Sarcasm TV from you, Timo. Disgusting. The fact Peter and Andrew had to come from their break for this, you're a waste, man. Anyway, Hey, big up Timo regardless.
People, you said they're underage kids, and now you're doing the suck it to an underage kid.
We're crazy, man. But hey, Lewis, you see this Timo? You see this Timo and Ligt swap deal? This is going to go down as an all-timer, man. This is sensational. Getting rid of the worst footballer that has graced this amazing club, and getting a potential great young centre back. It's amazing, man. Get Timo out.
T1, it doesn't even matter if Ligt is any good or not. Like, even if Ligt is Christensen with blonde hair, like if
Facts.
that's what he is, then that's a perfect swap deal to me, brother.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Like, it doesn't like. I have not even thought about what
You know what? Get Nathaniel on.
I think this deal strengthens us in both areas. Defense, it strengthens us in other body, and attack, it gets rid of a piece of shit.
Yep.
Strengthens us all. And you know what? It strengthens this fan base mind as well. So we don't have to those people don't have to defend. You don't have to defend him anymore. He's gone. He's gone. Your life will be made so much easier, man.
For free, Ralph.
So much easier, man.
You'll be free.
Fatur, you have a sticker price on your cap on top.
If you don't believe water,
Oh, no one cares, Fatur.
No one cares, Fatur. We don't believe it's water.
No one
either,
cares.
so
We believe you. We don't care.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
vodka,
we just care about your price sticker on your cap.
Bro, I'll let you in, but if you don't say anything, I'm going to kick you.
Oh, well. See ya.
Bro, I'll let you in, but if you don't say anything.
Oh, my God.
Leave your goddamn stream.
Guys. All right, so here's how this works, right? Mute your tab that you're watching the stream on. Big up to you for watching the stream. If you want to hop on the stream, you need to have it muted. Otherwise, we'll just be awkwardly listening to ourselves.
I think he knows that he's trolling.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but hey, do you guys think we're getting a midfielder this summer? Because I don't.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Now, see, when we spoke about it, we're not going to get one, bro. I don't think.
I think we'll be active even in the last day of the transfer. Whether that's ins or outs, I don't know.
I think it'll be like an opportunistic one for midfielder. It'll be like a Saul last summer.
I just think it's Rice. I just think it's Rice we're targeting. I don't think we're targeting.
Yeah, I think it's Rice or no one. And I think if we're going to be opportunistic about it, I've said this before, just bring Gilmore and Gilmore and Ampadu back and use them as rotational pieces.
I would rather do that than try and panic buy somebody for an
Fact
agreement.
toss, man.
Because I'm not like Ampadu is a good enough like backup at DM and then Gilmore I think offers us something a bit different if he does play as a 6.
Yeah.
And at least if they're going to play, they're going to develop decently rather than bringing a Rabiot who ain't going to do shit, is not going to improve the team, is going to be exactly like Sal was. We're going to have wasted 15 million, and in a year's time, we're going to be like, we need to get him gone.
Yeah.
Also, even if like Gallagher and Ampadu and whomever else you want to like plug in those midfield roles when our main three aren't playing, right? Even if they don't have amazing seasons and we can't use them for the next 8 to 10 years. If they play well enough to develop a market for themselves, we can sell them.
Exactly.
I just think all the midfielders, or even Rice, I just think all the midfielders, even the ones coming in, they just suit a 3 in midfield instead of a 2.
Yep.
That's where everyone keep. Oh, maybe it's formation change. That's one side of it. Maybe it's formation change because we're starting to pick our front threes. So if you add Dembele and Sterling, and you had Kai on there.
Yeah.
Where does Mount fit?
Oh yeah, that brother needs to double digits next season. No excuses.
Yeah, because as well on Peter's point though, you look at like Gallagher had a dreadful loan last season, and there's still a market for it. Not Gallagher, sorry, Gilmore. I keep getting confused. Gilmore had a dreadful loan last season, and there's still a market for him.
I think we're going to sell. I think there's the opportunity, and someone comes in, we sell him because they only extend his contract by a year.
I just don't see why we'd sell him. I think bear in mind he's only 18. He's good enough for me. Like he's for me, he's got a higher ceiling than Gallagher does for me. So if we're going to keep Gallagher and we're going to push Gallagher, I think you've got to push Gilmore as well because his ceiling is so much higher.
Basic player, he doesn't have anything.
But my thing is if you play Gallagher in a 2, I think you have the same difficulty physically that Jorginho has.
You do. No, you have a worse.
Actually,
it's not. Andrew, it's not just physicality that is worse. His ball.
Jorginho is not weaker. Jorginho is weaker than Gilmore.
Gilmore
Yes,
makes,
he is.
Gilmore makes Jorginho look like the Hulk. I'm sorry, man, he does. I think
Jorginho. Beside who? Beside
I'm not
Gilmore?
saying beside. I'm not saying beside. I'm saying not beside Gilmore. That'd be the weakest midfield we've ever had in terms of physicality.
I know it's not much difference, but even I don't know.
No,
I just,
what I'm saying is
I just
I don't think
want the
Gilmore
brother.
doesn't
I
suit
just
us
want the pale guy out. That's all.
But yeah, with Gallagher though, the thing that I'm not worried about is his physicality. His ball retention is awful. Like that's why I don't want him playing as a two in the pivot. His ball retention is not good enough. We talk about the transitions. We were talking about earlier about Kovacic. Was it either? No, it was on the space that me and Oscar on earlier were talking about transitions and Kovacic giving the ball away. That's going to be Gallagher all the time, just giving the ball away every single time. So his ball retention is terrible.
That's why I think about the formation is going to change because he suits.
I think so as well. I think if Tuchel is insistent on Gallagher coming in, and if we're bringing in Sterling and Dembele and Mount still has to start, it necessitates a formation change to a 4-3-3 or a 4-1-4-1.
On paper, I don't see how Dembele plays in the back three because he has to tuck in, but Dembele attribute is someone that has to hug the touchline. And if we carry on with this formation, it'll be like a Ziyech again. We'll have the same issue. So I think, it's imperative that we change to a back four, or at least a version of a back three where it allows us to keep a winger right on a touchline.
Yeah, but we did that though when Cho and Reece were fit. They were inverted. Cho went wide, and we started creating more chances.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's when we didn't have that's what we're talking about when we had Mount in the team. We're talking about if you're buying Dembele and Sterling, and if the option is that you're playing then Kai as a centre in this current 3-4-3 formation, where do you put Mount? Because he doesn't play well in a 2 in the pivot. So where do you put him? There's more. You see, there's more options of a formation change if you play like that.
Possibly.
Even if we do want to change to a 4-at-the-back system, right? Even if we did do that,
Whoever's timing out Nathaniel, allow it.
I still think we're playing with a pivot in midfield.
Yeah,
I think we go to 4-2-3-1
or something.
Look at all of our midfield players. We don't have anyone that the majority of our fans would agree can play as a lone 6 kind of in that role that would play with 2 8s ahead of them. We don't.
I think we have
2 or a 4-3.
I think we've got one, but yeah, it's Ampadu. And
It's Ampadu, yeah.
Okay, so with all due respect, we have none. Right?
Yeah.
I get the point. I do get the point.
That's not to say I don't rate Ampadu. I like him as a player. Actually,
that's exactly what you said. Don't run away from it. That's what you said.
All right, fuck that little nigga then if it makes you feel any better. But anyways, it's not gonna happen. So let's just be serious. We're playing with the pivot in midfield, whether it's a 4-2-3-1, a 3-5-2 kind of thing. Because I'm kind of thinking, funnily enough, if we do get these players in, I think we go with a 3 in midfield and we play with wingbacks still. I am thinking that.
That formation was awful last time.
You can feel that way all you want, brother. But let's be honest, Mount's not playing wingback. Reece isn't playing center back. If we're gonna if we're gonna bring these attacking players in, like a Sterling, let's say we put Sterling next to Havertz
in a three midfield and
where would Dembele work? That's the only thing.
So my thing, Scott, is all of these players necessarily wouldn't. Well, obviously, we're going to be flexible in terms of formations. But when we do 3 in midfield, it's going to be the kind of thing where you bring a Dembele off the bench and you make it like a 3-4-3. I don't think we're going to have a lot of Mason Mount and Ousmane Dembele hypothetically playing in the same system together. If we do bring in a Raheem Sterling. If we don't bring in a Sterling, then Mount on one side, Dembele on the other. It's not great. It's not going to be great to look at, but it'll be something, right? But if we have the 3 Sterling, Mount, and Dembele, I just don't think we're going to rip everything up and go to a 4 at the back, especially if we don't reinforce the midfield outside of the academy signings. I just don't see that happening. So I think we'll go 2 up top, 3 in midfield, or 3 up top and 2 in midfield a lot. And that will be the main tinkering. But if you guys disagree, fair enough.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
not opposed to going four at the back. I just don't see why we would at this point.
Wait, do you think if we get Sterling and Dembele, they both start?
I think so. For me, I don't see how you would sell that to them, that they're going to leave their current clubs where they're both starters.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dembele's a bit of an easier sell because he kind of wants to leave. He's not that happy, but Sterling especially, I don't know how you can sell the idea of him coming to us to not start.
Yeah, Sterling would have to start.
Yeah, and then Dembele, for me, Dembele has to start because he's the only player in that front line with creativity if we bring him in.
Yeah. I think he would have to start, but I think Tuchel's like married to playing Mount in the front three. He loves that.
Then I just find that silly that you're bringing Sterling in. Like if that's the case, Oscar, then why are we going and spending 60 mil on Sterling, who's going to sit on the bench?
False nine, maybe.
I just go and buy a number 9, man. Please, just go and buy someone who's a striker. I'm sick of this false nine.
Dembele play right wing back.
No strikers out there.
Dembele play right wing back.
Go and pick one from. Just go and pick one from like the Croatian league or something. Just go and pick one from.
Are you going to trust these? That's the problem. Right? We haven't got anywhere. I don't think they're even looking.
I don't think all three of Mount, Sterling, and Dembele are going to be playing a whole bunch together on the same pitch.
I agree, and I don't know how you.
Unless we bench the Silky German, which I'm completely fine with.
But it ain't happening, bro.
But it's not going to happen. Like we can't bench everybody.
No, if he plays like shit, it will happen.
Yeah, he
Unless
will.
you put Sterling up front.
I'd rather see Sterling up front right now.
I want to see anyone up front right now, bro.
Like obviously, like if we do go to four at the back, I think we're going to see a whole bunch of 4-2-3-1 guys. This typical like 4-3-3 idea that our fans have, I just don't think is realistic because one, we don't really have high level number 8s or people who can operate as those.
As people think.
But like I understand like that was the Lampard wet dream, so like we got to try and do that. But like I don't think we'd sit here and say Kovacic is a high level 8. Kante, at this stage in his career, definitely isn't. He functions better as a double 6, whatever you think of N'Golo Kante. Mount is an 8, fair enough. If you wanted to play Mount and Gallagher, then our manager should be fired if that's like a consistent starting 8 pairing. But I mean, we'll just have to see, man. But no, I think it'll be a pivot in midfield. I'll go as far, even if Declan Rice comes in, we're playing a pivot in midfield. Whether there's 4 behind it, whether there's 3 center backs and 2 wing backs beside it. Like, he's not playing as a lone 6. He's never done that.
Rice and Kovacic is perfect.
No, it's not. That's disgusting.
I won't say it's perfect.
I think it's terrible.
Oh, is it?
I say it's terrible.
I think it's terrible.
It is terrible. It's horrible.
I don't think it's good at all.
So hypothetically, who would you pair Rice with then?
I wouldn't play Rice if it was up to
I was going to say, number one, I wouldn't. But if I had to pair him with someone,
Jorginho, bro.
I would pair him with
that's the thing. I'd pair him with Jorginho.
Yes. I don't see Rice as a Jorginho kind of replacement at all.
He's not. Realistically speaking, because of Rice's best attributes, the person you need to have next to him is going to be used to sitting, because Rice's best attributes come when he drifts, when he drives up the pitch, which is not what we want. We want someone who's sitting. Secondly, you need someone who's good in terms of direct with their passing, because again, that's one of Riker's weakest elements, which isn't Kovacic. So again, if you're going to play Rice, the best person to play next to him is Jorginho in our current team.
Yeah.
For me, if I was the coach and everybody was fit, and you put Declan Rice into this midfield combination, fully fit, I would still play either Kovacic and Kante or Kante and Jorginho. I would still play those 2 pairings ahead of a Rice pairing.
Yep.
I don't it doesn't complement the others. I don't see how you make a sufficient pairing of the 2 out of it.
Not in the way we want to play. If you wanted to revert back to counter-attack, then there's ways you can do it, but in the way we want to play, it doesn't work.
I don't think any of our midfielders really complement each other right now, though.
They don't really.
Right now, in the current midfield, no. Right now, in the current midfield, is not.
You can get one for a particular game, but not like 3 games in a row where you think these 2.
Oscar, I agree with you, but I don't think adding a Declan Rice to that combination fixes any issues that we don't have.
I think, well, not...
Yeah.
I think hold on.
Go ahead.
No. Hold on, Scott. I think it does. It depends how fit the other players are, because if Kovacic can, Look, in our system right now, Kovacic is the only one that plays well with Kante and with Jorginho.
Yeah.
Not the other way around. You see what I'm saying? So, for example, Kovacic can adapt. Kovacic is actually an adaptive player to play with our midfield. Jorginho is the one that have to talk. Like he literally with Kovacic, Jorginho doesn't talk because Kovacic is intelligent enough where to be, what space. Kante, that's not his cup of tea. So Jorginho always tells Kante where to be when those two playing. When Robin Loftus-Cheek, he's just headless chicken when he plays beside Jorginho because he doesn't know where to be without the ball. So if you remove Jorginho, Kovacic is the next person who actually can adapt to any other player midfielder. Kovacic is the one. I think Kovacic can do wonders with Rhys James.
Essentially,
Well,
this is the
Rice,
thing.
not
Is
Rhys
in
James.
terms of a midfield, the midfielder we need to be looking at in terms of the biggest complement is we need to look at someone who complements Kovacic more than the other two. Because Kovacic is going to be one that A is here longer and B is better than the other two.
Yeah.
Like, if you're bringing Rice in, again, the person he complements best is the midfielder everyone wants out the most, which doesn't make any sense.
I think you're misunderstanding completely Tuchel's midfield system.
My thing with Kovacic, his injury record, man. Like, I love Kovacic.
Exactly.
He missed periods of the season.
No, but the injuries that he picked up, if you look at them, they're not like the injury that he got tackled or things like that. They're not like
No, but he's getting similar
groin-
injuries though. It's hamstrings.
Plays, but Rodrigo, he plays 2/3 of the Premier League minutes in every season that he plays. I can't have a starter in. If I have two positions to fill, if you're fulfilling 2/3 of the minutes in one role,
Yeah,
then
maybe
I
I need to simplify.
people I can rely on for 2/3 of the minutes to fulfill the roles
I
alongside.
think that
you.
Kovacic needs to simplify his game, though. He has to simplify his game. I think he take on too many people sometimes. He has to simplify.
But we look at look guys.
Won't happen.
What me and you looking, it's when we're looking at a midfield. It's what we do with the ball, because what we actually this is how we look, because we assume that we are actually possession team. Let's not get the start, because I don't think that we're not a possession team, but not where possession needs to be possessed. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm looking the way Tuchel specifically spoke what he wants of his midfield and his forwards after ball. And he likes Jorginho, how he presses. The problem with Jorginho, when he gets rolled, he disappears. He's unexistent. So for me, for Tuchel and for me, that's why I think Rice is the one, not Rice, but whatever, defensive midfield. He doesn't have to have abilities like Jorginho. He doesn't have to. All he wants is to be able to press it. But Rice is actually a good presser. Without the ball, Rice is a good presser. The problem is how the other teams are doing when our midfield is pressing. For example, that's why I think we get rollover. For example, when Jorginho stays and Kante goes and presses high, and Kante does not, the press wasn't successful, that's when Jorginho gets exposed. Benzema specifically when he in the Championship League. One move, he rolled Jorginho out of the game completely and passed on the left, and Vucinic, whatever the kid's name, just went and on the side. That's the problem. What he's looking at a midfield at this current state. So for me, it's not about how we have the ball; it's how we conceding a goal. That's how Tuchel looks like. What's what Tuchel looks like? That's what I understood. I could be wrong, but that's my understanding.
I hear it. I don't know, man. This Declan Rice signing for me doesn't really answer questions I have.
I wanted Basuma more than Declan Rice.
Basuma. One thing I will say, it gives us somebody who can stay durable for a Premier League season, somebody you can rely on to play minutes if you need. That's one
FYI,
thing.
people are sleeping on a Gallagher. People are sleeping on a Gallagher, man.
That being said,
but when do you see him, Alex? The issue with Gallagher is I don't know where he plays in this team.
Oh, it's a position on the football field. It's called midfield. That's what.
I know in midfield, but like where he can't play in the pivot. He has to. The only person to see him play is replacing Mount, potentially, or we change formation. But in the current,
okay, hold on. Do you? Okay, this is where I see him. As a Mount sub, that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's exactly where I see him as well.
Do we need a
great?
Yeah. want
we
him to
need
start?
Mount sub? Like, do we
No.
need Mount to come
Yes.
off and Mount to come off?
Look, that's the problem.
Also, that means we then
That's
have
hold on, Scott. Oscar, so you think Mount has to play for 90 minutes?
No, we need someone different.
No, I think there should be some games where Mount doesn't play and Gallagher shouldn't play either.
Yeah.
I know that, but it depends who you have up front, right?
Yeah.
So if Dembele and Sterling, yes, Mount has to be there.
Yeah.
So he has to play in his 8.
We don't have an 8. We don't play an 8.
Okay. Do we play as 10?
No, he uses those
Okay.
two wheels as the left and right 10s.
Okay. So you think that we're gonna be exactly how last season? But that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until I see
don't see that. I don't see
until
that.
I see a reason to change, like
I'm seeing it right now. I'm seeing it right now.
What do you think? What's the reason? Why do you think Tuchel's
What's
changing?
the reason? Because we basically shooting ourselves in the leg by signing the same players caliber that what we used to. What players thrive. For example, if you look at Dembele, he's the line hugger guy that with really good passing range, and Sterling is the guy that takes the player on, and he's really good in space. He's really fast.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see who we have in this system that does that. Timo Werner, he's good on run over the player's space,
Yeah.
right? Right. Okay. The midfielder, who we have, Ziyech, who likes to hug the line and does the same thing, right?
I was going to say we're dumbing down. Just to interrupt, we're dumbing down the nuances of all those players. Like,
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand Alex's point. Like, yeah,
My point, though, we're changing this. We're not gonna play false 5 because I think we're forced to play the way we forced.
you haven't explained. I don't understand your point. I think that Tuchel is playing the same way he played last season going into this season, and you're saying to me the reason he's not is because we're signing similar players.
No.
What's your
I'm
point?
saying that the reason why I see us playing different because we are buying the same players that after shoulder uses space players. He just didn't like the personnel in the current system. You see what I'm saying? So he's trying to change.
How do you think we're going to play? Like, I'm sorry, you might have explained it before already.
Okay. No. I understand on the forward position wise.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest problem is it will make the sense if we buy specific defenders for it. That will make me concrete that we're playing in the back 4 that will open midfield. So I'm waiting for defense.
I don't think we're playing a back 4. Like I
don't think we are either based on our defensive targets. Look at all of the defensive targets we've been linked with. Bastoni, Skriniar, Koundé. De Ligt is only the maybe one, but he can play in a 3. Guardiola as well. All of our centre-back targets, even our wing-back targets.
That's what I'm saying. I think
are more wing-backs than
I think
full-backs.
we're gonna see the difference in the targets in a minute, because the targets are changing with the previous regime. You see, all of a sudden, the Koundé is not the one that actually wanted by this regime.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Koundé was number 1 target for Chelsea. But with the new owners and the new thing, all of a sudden, Koundé was not. And De Ligt became. So, I see what you're saying, Oscar. It doesn't make me 100% sure that we're going to change the situation and change the formation or system next season. I'm not saying it's going to be 100%. I see based on what we have and what the targets are. Because even Scott is as much as he likes to argue with Jester said that we actually link with midfielder, and if Sergio it is, that makes me think that we actually gonna change a little bit how we play.
Again, when I had this discussion with Jester about, I assume you're talking about SMS. He's not a DM.
I'm not saying he's DM, and I don't think we're gonna play single DM.
That's fine, but again, even if we bring Milinkovic-Savic in, he's not the person you want to be the deepest midfielder. He's the one you want getting closer. He's the one you want that does what Mount does.
I think you misunderstand. I think you're misunderstanding what the DM means in the Tuchel system. It means that one press and one stay, but he has to be physical capable of staying. Not saying he has to play DM throughout the 90 minutes. It means that, for example, if Slavic is coming, can he play with Kovacic in a pair double pivot, Scott? Can SMS play with Kovacic in double pivot?
I wouldn't want to see it personally.
I
I'll be
know,
honest.
but can he or can he not?
No.
No.
Okay,
Not really.
does Rice can? That's why I think Rice is
No.
probably his target. He just can't afford him. Can
No,
Rice
because
play
it-
with Kovacic and
No.
two midfield? Okay, then I don't know. If you no, then I don't know who can play with who.
Because
then.
isn't it one of the DM need to be comfortable receiving the ball from the centre back?
Number one, that's one of them. The second thing, as I said, is the other DM needs to be comfortable doing that and sitting deep. If you're going to get Milinkovic, Savic, and Rice, getting them to sit deep is getting them to. You're basically not utilizing their best attributes.
Nathaniel,
It's
I ain't in the fucking mood. Stop fucking hiding people. I'm gonna take the mod off.
Just take the mod off and fuck that.
Yeah, why'd you give him?
You know, I'm ending the stream. Big up everyone. Like, subscribe. Peace.